You're watching FanDuel Sports Network, the home of the Rays and Magic.
Sunday baseball from Tampa Bay on the heels of a Saturday slugfest. The 2025 Citrus Series signing off with a rubber match. Series tied at a game apiece. Tampa Bay with a chance to make it 6 straight home series victories during this remarkable run of 18 wins in their last 27 games. And barely a chance of precipitation in this one between the Marlins and your Tampa Bay Rays. And with that, we welcome you back inside the FanDuel Sports Network studio. Another rousing rendition of Rays Live, the pregame, brought to you by Cane's Furniture alongside Matt Joyce. I'm Rich Hollenberg. Kendra Douglas will be joining us momentarily. Want to give a little Sunshine State shout out baseball-wise to University of Tampa baseball. Division II national champs, back-to-back, and their 10th time overall. You know this as well as anybody, Matt. This area is rife with baseball talent.
Yeah, 100%. It's a hotbed for a lot of talent, a lot of young players playing the game. And listen, you said Division II. I mean, obviously, I came from that world, played Division II for Florida Southern, and we always competed really well against Tampa, 2 schools that had a ton of talent, and they were always fun games to play. So congrats to them.
Let's lead off today with the bottom of the order for the Tampa Bay Rays. They say the last shall be first. Well, that was certainly true in yesterday's game. The bottom third of the lineup leading the way offensively.
Man, did they ever. They did all the damage. I mean, 7, 8, 9 hitters. I mean, they went 8 for 11 in this game yesterday and drove in 9 of the 10 runs. You saw Morel's monster shot there, the 3-run homer that got the boys going. Danny Jansen going down on a slider down there with a beautiful swing, stayed on this pitch, drove it out of the ballpark for a big 2-run shot. Walsey came in with a nice home run on a changeup up in the zone, and then Morel, another home run yesterday, a big game for him, a solo shot here on a hanging curveball, and then obviously here's the Walsey home run that he stayed on nice, drove it out of the ballpark. But like I said, 7, 8, 9 hitters doing a lot of damage for the Rays team.
And sometimes we're watching history and we don't even know it until after it's done. They became the first 7, 8, 9 hitters in baseball history to have multiple extra base hits, including a home run in the same game. And there are the gaudy numbers. 4 home runs combined, 7 extra base hits in all, and 9 of the 10 runs driven in by the Rays were driven in by those 3 at the bottom of the order. Specifically, Christopher Morel, man, that first shot he hit, a 3-run job, was the longest home run hit in Tampa Bay Rays for the Tampa Bay Rays this season, especially at Steinbrenner Field.
Man, when he hit this ball, you knew it was gone. Obviously, he's fired up, big home run. It was just loud. It was loud off the bat, and then you go back and look, you're like, man, how far did that ball go? 438 feet off the bat, 113.5 miles an hour. This is an absolute monster shot. Obviously, you see it all the way out of the stadium into the weeds there. There's not a better feeling when you're a hitter and you hit a ball this well. You don't even feel it coming off the bat, so kudos to him.
It was Morel's first at Steinbrenner Field since April 11th and worth the wait. Now, Tampa Bay has been middle of the pack in home runs most of the season, but the last couple of weeks, they lead all of baseball by a pretty wide margin, too. 29 home runs since May 21st, as you can see from that graphic. With more on Christopher Morel, who had those back-to-back home runs on Saturday, let's go live to Steinbrenner Field now and say a good Sunday morning to our own Kendra Douglas. Kendra?
Well, good morning to you, Matt and Rich. It's so good to talk to you guys. But you just mentioned about Christopher Morel. I mean, he had one of the best games in his career. It was his second multi-homer game, the first time he's done that since July of 2024. And you also touched on the bottom of the order. And so when I asked him about it after the game, he told me just what his teammates are capable of doing and how they're able to keep these guys in offense and scoring night in and night out.
La verdad que nosotros venimos haciendo el mismo trabajo, tratando de pelear hasta el último out, y cada uno de aquí tiene talento para nosotros seguir avanzando y dando lo mejor de nosotros.
We've been trying to do our job. That's what we've been trying to do, just fighting all the time. And, everybody here, they know their role, and that's what we've been doing.
He was also asked if he's changed anything. He said, no, I'm just trusting the process and really grinding it out every time that I can. And you're seeing that, and you hope to continue to see that as these guys look to close out this series here today. And a very warm day as it is, guys. I know you guys miss being out here, right, with me now?
Listen, it is torture being in a temperature-controlled, air-conditioned studio this morning. Breakfast and baseball with Kendra and Dwayne and B.A. coming up from Steinbrenner Field in just a little bit. But we have a lot more to get to on the pregame show. Let's show you what's coming up on Rays Live in just a moment. It'll be Rasmussen on the mound. Drew hasn't been scored on in his last 4 starts. So what's on tap today against the Fish? We'll tell you about that. We'll also talk about the dog doing damage. Brandon keeps bashing baseballs. Now going on a month of monster hits for the Rays second baseman. And coming up next on Rays Live, the pregame right here on FanDuel Sports Network, flashing the leather. Run prevention, always the standard for Tampa Bay. No different, even in a game with 21 runs scored.
During Cane's Savings Days, save more than ever before. Now through Monday, the bigger the buy, the bigger the savings. Spend over $1,000, save 10%. Spend over $3,000, save 20%. 0% interest for 4 full years. Bigger buy, bigger savings. Spend over $1,000, save 10%. Spend over $3,000, save 20%. Don't wait. Savings Days end Monday. Now at Cane's.
1 cup of fresh aged cheddar for a new cheddar crust pizza sent down to our kitchen from the cheddar heavens.
Actually, it was sent down here from a dairy farm.
That tracks, actually. Yeah.
We're making you a 1-topping cheddar crust pizza for $11.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
This Father's Day, Dad deserves better. And nothing's better than cooking on a Blackstone. Because all across the nation, Blackstone is the way America cooks outdoors. Your family will love every breakfast, lunch, and dinner you create with an enormous variety for your whole family. Cook anything, anytime, anywhere. Only on a Blackstone. Go to your nearest Blackstone retailer or blackstoneproducts.com and give your dad a Blackstone, America's best-selling griddle.
Deep to right center field, and it's gone! Home run!
And a swing and miss.
Way back and way gone! That's taken inside corner, called strike 3.
What a play at the wall, and he's got it! That ball got a chance to go! Gone!
Swing and a drive, high and deep, at the wall, gone! Gone!
Rays Live, the pregame show on FanDuel Sports Network, is brought to you by Cane's Furniture, by Orlando Health, the official healthcare partner of your Tampa Bay Rays, and by City Furniture. Trends you want, prices you'll love. You know what the Rays fans are loving? Those cool towels. You see everybody wearing them already around their necks? That will keep you cool on a hot Sunday afternoon of Rays baseball. You know what else you could look forward to? Golic and Golic starting tomorrow. One more sleep until Mike Golic Sr. and Mike Golic Jr. join forces on FanDuel Sports Network. They're bringing the heat with bold takes, big personalities, and some of the biggest names in sports. It all starts tomorrow from 3 to 5 Eastern only on FanDuel Sports Network. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for this segment. Rich Hollenberg, Matt Joyce inside the FanDuel Sports Network studio. Why? because we're talking about swiping bags, and no one in baseball, Matt, has been better at doing that than the Tampa Bay Rays.
Without a doubt. I mean, it's such a big part of their team, such a big part of this offense to be able to put a lot of pressure on the defense. I mean, they're not a team that's going to hit a ton of home runs. They have been recently. They've been swinging the bats really well. Caminero getting hot. But again, you see them creating a lot of havoc, putting pressure on the offense, the defense, the pitchers and the catchers, and forcing errors like this to happen. I mean, you see the number 88, first in all of baseball, which is pretty crazy to think about for the Tampa Bay Rays. But and obviously, you're thinking about Chandler Simpson coming up and having such a major impact on that number. 19 stolen bases in the few weeks that he was here. Obviously, he's not here anymore. Caballero leading the team with 20 home runs, but again, a big part of their game.
And you can't blame Kevin Cash if the strategy is forget about hitting dingers. Let's get them on, get them over, and get them in, because no one in baseball allows more swipe bags than these Miami Marlins. I mean, and that is by a large margin. Houston has allowed 73 stolen bases, and Miami has 21 more allowed than that.
Yeah, I mean, a couple young guys, Ramirez, 23-year-old. I mean, they like his bat in the lineup, but he's a little bit slow. Obviously, he's not as quick getting the ball out of the glove and down to second base. I mean, obviously, this plays a role on the pitchers as well. And so taking advantage of those things, it's a great opportunity for the Rays.
Yeah, we talked about the offense in the first segment. We're going to talk about pitching coming up in just a little bit on the pregame show. Let's focus now on Tampa Bay's defense. Run prevention has always been the way, the path for the Rays to win, and they're doing it again. Yesterday on Evan Longoria Day, Junior Caminero was channeling his inner Longo a little bit.
Yes, he was. A little ode to Longo with all the leather that was flashing here, starting the ever-traditional 5-6-3 double play. You don't see that too often. And then a snazzy backhand here. Really tough, long throw, showing the arm strength. Really, made it look easy. And then Cabby, and a base hit to right, comes up with a clean throws, puts the throw on the money to be able to snag Myers at home plate, trying to score. Here's the replay. Shows you just barely got him. Big play in the game to keep the game close there. And then Cammy finishing off towards the end of the game, running in. Not necessarily easy play with the sun right above you, battling the sun, coming in with the sliding catch.
Well, pitcher's best friend, turn that double play, and only the Angels have done it more and better than your Tampa Bay Rays. They're second in all of baseball, had a pair of them yesterday. And what's really impressive about that, Matt, is it's not just third, short, second, first. There's a conglomerate of dudes who are doing it. Junior mostly at third, Aranda mostly at first, but you have Curtis Mead chipping in, Jose Caballero chipping in addition to Brandon Lau at second and Taylor Walls at short.
Well, listen, I mean, don't forget the pitchers, okay? At the end of the day, it's really hard to turn a double play if the ball isn't on the ground or hit low at least. So you got to keep the ball down and obviously have some movement on the ball. So a big nod to the pitchers, keeping the ball down, getting the ground ball, and giving the infield an opportunity to turn those double plays.
Yeah, certainly, with all due respect, the Rays weren't the only ones flashing the leather, especially yesterday. A former Rays farmhand, Xavier Edwards at second base, essentially saved the game for the Marlins yesterday at second.
Twice. I mean, these were two game-changing plays here in the 10th inning. Hot shot off of Mangum's bat here. Edwards diving to his left, staying with it, coming up, making the play, and then tough play to his right, showing his range and athleticism. This ball hit off the mound, obviously reached for it. An awkward, unbalanced throw, puts it on the money. I mean, both of those plays, you got to tip your cap. Those are really impressive.
Yeah, Edwards also 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs yesterday. 3 RBIs, no, make it 5 RBIs for someone by the name of Jesus Sanchez. We're going to be talking about him coming up as well, another former Tampa Bay Ray. When we return, we'll be taking a first look at your lineups. And when we do, we're also going to be focusing on that dude, Brandon Lau, the dog doing damage, over 300 hitting in his last 3+ weeks. When he's hot, look out.
Pizza Hut is about to hook you up with more of what you love. Because when you order any pizza, we'll hook you up with a free pizza later. That's a pizza now and a free pizza later. Get even more with the Hut Hookup. Order now, only on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
I'm Spencer, Florida's most accurate weatherman, like when I forecast no snow. Let's take a look at the week ahead. I'm seeing lots of sunshine right here. higher earnings and no crazy fees to make your savings rain.
Open a high-yield checking account and earn 7% ATY on balances up to $500. No gimmicks or monthly fees. Open online today.
Get influenced by me and join Suncoast Credit Union to weather any financial storm. Hey, Mia, is it going to be sunny next week?
Yes.
Of course it is.
When you can't watch every game, you can still catch every play on your radio home for Rays baseball. 95.3 WDAE AM 620 and the iHeartRadio app. Tampa Bay Sports Radio.
I'm kind of a deal hunter. I like to make sure we got the best deal.
We used a Spectrum savings calculator before. I learned that since we're existing Spectrum Internet customers, we get a mobile line for a year.
Having a line for a year would be amazing. I looked at you and I said, how is the savings so substantial?
Yeah.
Switch and save with one mobile line included with your internet service, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
For a good time, head on down to Camp Holly Airboat Rides. Enjoy a nice cold beverage from the Tiki Bar. Listen to live music from the rear deck. Stop by Gator's Grill and get a real taste of old Florida. Take in the beautiful view from our observation deck. Camp Holly Airboat Rides is Brevard County's #1 airboat riding destination. Located on the St. Johns River in West Melbourne. Call us today to book your next team building or family event. Visit Camp Holly Airboat Rides today.
Rays Live, the pregame show on FanDuel Sports Network, is presented by Rooms to Go. Buy the piece, save a little. Buy the room, save a lot. And by Suncoast Credit Union, who gives you more perks and less fees. Join today at suncoast.com. Ah, the Rays neighbors across the street on Dale Mabry. The Bucks showing up on a Sunday afternoon, but it's baseball instead of football. Sunday morning, though, we get to spend some quality time with Kevin Cash, starting with Kendra asking him about Drew Rasmussen.
For Drew, what do you hope to see from him early on to really set the tone?
What he's been doing. I mean, I think coming off a game like yesterday, and it was, you know, a tough game, tough loss, but I think there's frustration because of the loss, but there's some confidence growing in that room, knowing that we've done some good things here lately. Let's bounce back and let's do it today, and he's probably the best guy that you could handpick to do that with how he's been throwing.
This was Seymour's start day, right? So he can give you
he's
5-6.
full go.
Gotcha. Would you go to guys if you have a lead in a situation like this, or is it kind of managed carefully with the ball?
Yeah, no. We're good. We got a couple guys I'm sure that will be down, but we have plenty of guys that are available to throw. It's if if the game gets separated to cover us a little bit.
Gotcha. And Taylor Walls actually yesterday kind of described this game as a little bit of a test of energy, given the length of yesterday, the quick turnaround.
Yeah, Andy just told me Taylor says a lot of interesting things on a daily basis. Maybe he's right. I hope he comes out with some energy then, and I'll remind him if he doesn't.
In years past, you've had to bring guys up and down from the bullpen a lot more often than this year. Is that just a function of, obviously, health being one, but also what the start and rotation is doing and not wearing out the bullpen?
Yeah, I think it's health for sure. The depth that our starting pitching has given us this year, the amount of innings and the amount of quality innings that basically stacks us up and lines us up for the end of ball games. And I do think we came out of spring training with a thought and a mindset that we had some versatility in that group. Now, we've had a couple guys go down, whether it was KK for a little bit, Hunter Biggie, but between, Orzi and Sulser and Mason Englert when he was here, multi-inning roles matter, and those guys could all provide that. So it's a combination of a lot of things. I think the biggest one is the quality that the innings that the starters have given.
Starters have been fantastic. Obviously, we'll be talking a lot about Drew Rasmussen coming up in the next segment. But it's an embarrassment of riches, and it has been for a long time with the depth of quality pitching that the Rays have, not only on the big league level, but at the AAA level as well.
I mean, ever since I came over at the end of 2008, I think this was a priority for this team. Let's really focus on the starting pitchers and then obviously the guys at the late inning, and then try to bring in the key pieces to be able to score runs and manufacture some runs, just enough runs to be able to win enough ball games to make it to the playoffs. And that recipe has served them really well over the last couple decades.
Speaking of scoring runs, let's take a look at your lineups as they're going to come out today on a Sunday afternoon. Getaway game in the Citrus Series finale. For Tampa Bay, they suffered their first loss when scoring 10 or more runs in the last 15 years. Now, the top 4 in this lineup, Matt, all have 34 or more RBIs, and that includes a smoking hot Brandon Lowe.
Yeah, I mean, listen, B. Lowe, when he gets hot, he's a streaky guy, but when he gets hot, he can really carry a team. And you look at what he's been able to do over the last 3 weeks. I mean, the average is up there, 333. He's driving the baseball, 8 home runs, and most importantly, he's driving in a lot of runs, 16 RBIs. I mean, this guy, you don't expect him to hit for a high average, but you know the capability he has to be able to produce a lot of runs. And this is what he does. When he gets hot, when he's feeling good, he's going to drive in a lot of runs and score a lot of points, which ultimately leads to, hey, look what the team's done, 16-7 over the last 23 games.
16 RBIs, 15 extra base hits in those last 23 for Brandon Lowe. Now, Brandon Lowe came up through the Rays farm system. So too did Jesus Sanchez, who had 5 RBIs yesterday. Let's take a look at Jesus and the rest of the Marlins lineup. This is a club that has the 2nd fewest home runs in the National League, but don't tell that to Jesus, who had a bomb yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I played with him when he was coming up with the Marlins, his first time up in the big leagues, and you could tell right off the bat he hits the ball really hard. He had a ton of talent. He does swing and miss a little bit often, but again, that happens as a young player who is a big power hitter. You look at how he's played as of late. He's been on fire. I mean, we talked about him in the first game and kind of jinxed him a little bit, so hopefully that trend continues, but he went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts the first game, and still, taking that into consideration, over the last 12 games, he's hitting almost 400 with 11 RBIs, so it just goes to show you, you know, how talented this kid is. Big monster shot yesterday. You know, the 3-run shot that really got the Marlins going, and it's been impressive to watch.
Yeah, Marlins really love his skill set, and Peter Bendix, head of that organization, who is, again, another former Tampa Bay Ray, certainly believes in him, putting him in cement in the #2 spot in that Marlins order. Coming up next on Rays Live, the pregame, we're going to talk about the starting pitching. And for the Rays, it's Rasmussen on the mound. Talk about 23 and me. A whole lot of zeros for Drew coming in. Some Joyce gems on the way about today's starters.
I got another Papa Pairings order. I need 3 medium pepperoni, 2 orders wings, breadsticks, cheese sticks, brownies.
They called the right place, Chef.
This order is my Everest. See you at the summit. We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
This is Jasmine and Luis and Catherine, and they each have their own business, just like you. While they were getting their feet under them, figuring out overhead, they opened a business checking plus interest account with Mid-Florida, a local credit union who treats their members like people, not numbers, and gave their local businesses the help they needed, with interest, turning bottom lines into top gains and putting a hard stop on their financial worries. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings. We are professional grade.
The Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. $250K on the line every day. Time to pick a side.
Favorites. Underdogs.
New York.
Tampa. I don't know what to do.
Just pick a side.
Win your share of $250K or more every day. Plus, new players get up to $100 back in bonus bets.
World Series champ Eric Hosmer brings you an exclusive look featuring the biggest athletes and biggest names.
Lead by example. It's simple. If I do that, then everything else is easy.
Only on Diggin' Deep.
Rays Live, the pregame show on FanDuel Sports Network, is presented by Cane's Furniture and by your local GMC dealers. So not only does AAA pitcher lefty Ian Seymour get the call up, but I guess the Bull gets called up too. I am hearing rumors that it is Raymond's birthday. He's throwing out the first pitch today at Steinbrenner Field, and it's enemies becoming friends. They're frenemies now. Billy the Marlin and Raymond hugging it out before the Citrus Series 2025 edition wraps up. We are back inside the FanDuel Sports Network studio, having fun on a Sunday morning along with you. Thanks for tuning in. Matt Joyce, Rich Hollenberg, let's talk starting pitching right now. And you could go down the list of Rays starters and pick any name and say they've been pitching great, but no one has been pitching like Drew Rasmussen has. Longest active scoreless inning streak in Major League Baseball.
I'd say he jumps off the page a little bit when you look at what he's done his last 4 starts. It's been pretty ridiculous. 4-0, 0 runs given up. I mean, 21 strikeouts, almost a strikeout per inning. And then you look at how many walks. 3 walks. I mean, this guy is absolutely dominant. We know he's got 5 pitches, 3 above average pitches, mixes it really well. He's worked on that front door 2-seam that locks up hitters left and right. It's just so much fun to watch, and honestly, as a hitter, I would hate to face this guy.
All we need to see today is Drew get through 2 innings. If he does that, he will have the longest scoreless inning streak in Tampa Bay Rays history. Here's Rasmussen with a little bit of a deep dive on the analytics side.
We're working ahead early a lot right now and creating a lot of weak contact. I don't know if it still holds true, but I thought we led baseball in, pitches per inning, which is a really good indicator. Yeah, thank you. So it's a really good indicator of where we're at. I mean, it means we're in the strike zone early and often, and just the way we're throwing, it also shows that we're throwing quality pitches in the strike zone and creating early weak contact that allows our defense to play. And when we get the opportunity to put guys away late in counts, we're also taking advantage of that recently, which is it's a good feeling.
And you only have to go back a couple of weeks ago when he was in Miami to face these Marlins. That's when this remarkable run started. Shutout baseball, 6 innings, 5 Ks. His last start, though, Matt, is the most shocking. 8 strikeouts, and the last 6 of those were strikeouts looking. What do you know about today's starter for the Miami Marlins?
Yeah, kind of little spot start, bullpen day for the Marlins, a lefty on the mound. Obviously, the Rays have struggled from time to time against the lefties. You see the ERAs up there a little bit, 4.58 ERA. 94 mile an hour fastball, predominantly a ton of off speed. He likes to mix his sweeper and slider, so you'll see plenty of those pitches. Rays got to be a little bit patient, get him in the zone, and do some damage.
Tampa Bay already saw Veneziano once in this series. They're going to see him to start in this game. Under 13 minutes to go. Dwayne and BA have the call. We look forward to seeing you for the postgame show, everybody.
Meet fellow Floridians Gene and Jim. These super snowbirds love and rely on their new natural gas dryer to keep up with those action-packed pool visits. They also love earning a valuable cashback rebate. Now you can too. Love your home even more with natural gas.
You love our legendary subs, so you'll love our legendary new Doritos Footlong Nachos. Doritos and Subway, 2 legends come together to...
Legends eating legends. Am I right?
Yes, thank you, Marshawn. Doritos Footlong Nachos. Just $5, only at Subway.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue or Pathfinder.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Meet fellow Floridian Brenda Marie. Brenda loves beautifying her pack with her new natural gas tankless water heater. She also loves earning a valuable cashback rebate. Now you can too. Love your home even more with natural gas.
You're watching FanDuel Sports Network, the home of the Rays and Magic.
We welcome you to a beautiful afternoon in Tampa, Florida, Steinbrenner Field. The Rays will wrap up their homestand as they take on the Miami Marlins. Well, hi again, everyone, with Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. Kendra Douglas joins us throughout the afternoon as well. Rays winning 4 of 5 on this homestand. First 2 games from this Marlin ball club have been kind of interesting, but a big part of the success for the Rays on this homestand, Brandon Lau for 1, Junior Caminero number 2.
Yeah, and when you think about how long these guys have been hot, I mean, we're going back weeks now. Brandon Lau, he gets on these streaks. This may be his longest yet. Look what he's done over the last 23 games. An average of 333. How about this? 15 extra base hits, 8 home runs, 7 doubles. He's driven in 16, been very, very productive. He continues to hit the ball hard, and we know that he is a launch angle guy. So when he does that for a prolonged period, guess what? The numbers are going to be pretty gaudy, and that's what we're seeing. Same with this guy right here. We're starting to see his launch angle continue to creep up, and with his powerful bat, look what he's done over the last 15 games. A 356 average, 20 driven in on the back of 16 extra base hits, and he's doing it all over the field. Straightaway center, deep out into right, pull it to left. He has, again, been hammering the baseball, much like Brandon Lau, getting it in the air, and that's why you see these numbers that are so gaudy.
Drew Rasmussen will pitch today for the Rays. The question is, B.A., over 12 starts, how can he only be 5-4? Because he has been outstanding in capital letters.
Pitching on the wrong day, I guess. Pitching on the days that he's not getting run support. This is what I will tell you. He hasn't needed much over his last 4 starts, covering 23 innings. He's only given up 10 hits and walked 3. That's 13 base runners in 23 innings. Guess what? It's all because of the command. Drew has excellent stuff, don't get me wrong, but he has been putting those pitches exactly where they need to be. He's stayed out of the middle of the plate. He's been on the corners. He's been up. He's been down. He's been absolutely flawless the last 4 times out.
So it's Drew Rasmussen on the mound for the Rays. Anthony Veneziano will open for the Miami Marlins. Rays baseball coming up. The conclusion of the series, the wrap-up game of the homestand.
Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid plus 500 bonus APR cash.
Toyota, let's go places.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Good Greek is the only company that offers total relocation solutions. Whether you're buying, selling, or renting a home, packing and moving your most prized possessions, storing your items in a safe and secure place. Our personal concierge service will help you connect your utilities and transfer your mail. We provide safe and reliable auto transport, and we'll even remove any unwanted junk.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
I started using when I was 13. It was like, oh, well, they're prescription opioids, so they can't be that dangerous. My perception was once you stop using, like, that's it, your life is over. I didn't even realize that I needed help until the day that I got arrested. I have been able to accomplish a lot in my recovery. I just want to be happy and I want to thrive in my life.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible.
Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally.
Because you're out of gas and in a pickle. Because stuff happens. And AAA is the most trusted roadside assistance. Join today at AAA.com.
Vacationing is an art, and the Palm Beaches are your canvas. Stroll along sun-soaked beaches. Unwind at boutique resorts. Explore hidden and not so hidden gems. Here you'll discover a lifestyle that's nothing short of a masterpiece. Curate your perfect collection of experiences in the Palm Beaches.
Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally.
Because you're out of gas and in a pickle. Because stuff happens. And AAA is the most trusted roadside assistance. Join today at AAA.com.
Rays Baseball is brought to you by Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit. Learn more at adventhealth.com. And by GTE Financial, celebrating 90 years of going beyond money. Thank you, Tampa Bay. An afternoon tilt and the homestand finale as the Rays come in with a 4-1 mark on this stand, trying to hit the road with a victory in their back pocket.
"14 years from today, Jen Gomez will turn her tiny garden into the biggest backyard farm in town. A totally organic, free-range labor of love that Jen is already future-proofing today. Thanks to home safety resources from AARP, they'll help Jen stay in her home for years to come, so she can share everything from eggs to eggplants with the friends and neighbors she loves. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world.
Hey, you're sober? You drive.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
You could buy on your own. You could get a lender, get viewings. Too small for a yoga studio, too big for a yoga studio, too much character. Get in your car and cry. Get back out there. Get a good one. Tons of natural lights and vibes. Get ready to make an offer. Wait, what? Get your hopes destroyed by Chad, the aspiring DJ downstairs. Get into the fetal position. Or you could get an agent who is a realtor with the expertise and ethical training to help you find the best space for your business.
When you call Florida home, special moments call for a little magic.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other has to say. Reminiscing this and that and having such a good time. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day.
Start your next special moment today with the Florida Resident Summer Magic Ticket.
Welcome back. Steinbrenner Field, 88 degrees, breeze in the ballpark at 9 miles per hour. As the Rays conclude their homestand with Brian Anderson and Kendra Douglas. Dwayne Stats, thanks for looking in this final game of the series. Rays come in with a record of 34-30, and that record right now is good enough to qualify them for a wild card spot. So when you think about the recovery of this team and where they are now, it's been quite remarkable. Lineup brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Xavier Edwards will lead it off for Miami, followed by Jesus Sanchez. Aldo Lopez at short will hit third. The rookie catcher, Liam Hicks. The cleanup man, Norby Wagaman. Myers, Hernandez, and Sanoa will round out the starting lineup for Miami.
Well, taking the mound this afternoon for the Tampa Bay Rays is going to be right-hander Drew Rasmussen. Take a look at his numbers. Just outstanding through 12 starts. A record of 5-4, ERA 2.14. How about that whip at .87? He's been absolutely fantastic. We talked about it coming in. He's got the 23-inning scoreless streak over his last 4 starts. Has only given up 13 base runners in that span. 10 hits and 3 walks. So he has kept the traffic to a minimum. This is how he gets it done. 4-seam fastball. 33% of the time, that 2-seam fastball has become such a weapon. Of course, the cutter, sweeper, and curveball. Defense behind him. It's going to look like this. An outfield left to right, we've got Jake Mangum, Cameron Meisner, and Josh Lowe. And across that infield third to first, Junior Caminero, Taylor Walls, Brandon Lau, and Yandy Diaz with Matt Thaiss back behind the plate.
Red set to play baseball here with Drew Rasmussen on the hill and Xavier Edwards stepping in, the leadoff man for Miami. First pitch of this game is a strike. Fastball on the outside edge to get things underway.
Just want to go on record, Dwayne, and tell you that I am so thrilled with the noon games.
Well, here we go.
Couldn't be any better. Roll out of bed and let's call a game.
Get to the ballpark, start the game, move it along, and what a gorgeous day for it. Strike the count to Edwards. He is 5 of 14 in his career against Rasmussen. That factors out to a 357 average, and there's a high chopper over the head of Caminero. Edwards just made contact and chopped that one through into left.
Well, and Junior Caminero is playing tight because you're trying to take away the bunt. So he's at the cut of the grass. You can see him right here. And then all of a sudden that ball, we've seen it throughout this homestand. Balls chopped out in front of the plate are taking huge hops. And so that one right there is able to clear Caminero and a quick base runner for Miami.
Jesus Sanchez coming off a big day in that 10-inning game yesterday. He drove in 5 runs in that game. Is upstairs. No ball, no strikes. Sanchez hitting .269. Down and in. Nice pick by Matt Thaiss, who's doing the catching today. 2-0. Move to first after a little bit of a hold out there. And we did see this Miami club run. Edwards is 11 of 15 in that department.
Well, there's been some action on the base pass against Drew, and he's a guy that's so locked in right now that you think that you're going to have to push the envelope a little bit.
That's a strike.
You've not been able to sit back, especially here recently and really all season long, and just hammer Drew and put together big innings, 3, 4, 5 hits. That just doesn't happen. So you get a base runner that can steal a bag, you want to think about putting him in motion.
Now the 2-1 upstairs.
I mean, just incredible numbers. Obviously 4-0 on the record. 6 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings, 5 innings, just 10 total hits given up, 3 walks, 0 runs, most importantly.
And a ground ball headed toward the middle. The throw to first. Oh, the runner is going to go to third with third base left open. And with that defensive setup, Edwards alertly took advantage.
Well, and here's the thing. This is where you're only going to get one out on this play because of where the ball is fielded. And I think you got to stop and pitch the ball back to second base. You got to get the lead runner. Right here, you got Caminero covering. You could flip it to him and get that lead runner. Instead, you take the out at first, but with Caminero covering, now there's nobody covering third base, and you give up an extra 90 feet. That hurts. I mean, I know that's a tough decision to make right there, but you want to get that lead runner, and you had the opportunity to do so.
Instead, he's at third with only one out, infield up. Otto Lopez takes a strike at the knees.
The one defense for Taylor Walls is you wonder if he thought, is Junior going to be able to get there in time? I need to get at least one for sure. If I end up waiting on him and he's not going to get there. Now, he did get there in time, but that's just a tricky play.
Yeah, and you don't know it at the time in live action.
Well, unless you take a peek, and that's, you know, originally Taylor, you could see that as he fielded the ball, he wanted to go and tag Xavier, and just realized that my momentum's taking me at an angle. I'm not going to be able to get him. I'm not going to peek back for Junior. I'll just take the out at first.
And a line drive base hit over the head of Lau with the infield in. Edwards scores, and Lopez picks up a run batted in.
Just a nightmare start. The chopper over the head of Caminero, the tricky ground ball to Walls, and then with everybody pulled in. Right there, two-seamer too. He gets underneath it and stays right through the middle of the field. That's an outstanding job by Lopez, clearing Brandon Lau.
So now it's Lopez at first. Hicks will be the hitter. And a foul ball, and that caught Theis on the throwing hand.
Let's see where that hand got out. These catchers, they always try to hide that hand. And this one was exposed and it got clipped. Let's take a look. And he's got the hand down there again. How in the world that got underneath there and got him right on the outside of the knuckles?
That's unbelievable.
And isn't that the second time that he's gotten clipped since coming to the Rays? He's gotten hit twice with that hand back behind the leg, and somehow that baseball found it.
And you know, you would think where that hand started, it was well protected, but that one little exposure, and that's what got it.
The angle. You had a degree or two to play with to be able to hit that hand. I mean, look at, you can barely see the hand, and then how's the ball going to get there? Well, at that angle, it'll get there. That's probably the only angle. He's like,
are you kidding me? Runner breaks. The pitch is, the throw's in time. The pitch called a strike, or was it a ball? I think he called it a ball, but the important thing there is that Lopez, who's trying to take advantage of that foul ball off the hand of Theis, he is cut down at second.
Watch the tag by Walls. He has been so quick and good with these tags. Boom, boom. I mean, right down to the backside before that hand got to the bag. How about Theis with the rope-a-dope? Oh, my hand, I don't know if I'm going to... And then he just fires it down there. There's the tag. It's right on the glute. Gluteus maximus, D-Wayne.
Yep, too much Maximus for the for the sake of the runner. And the Rays didn't mind the extra Maximus.
And we're off.
Yes, we are. They like large, especially good target to tag. And that pitch is a ball. 3-2.
Ooh.
Look at that, how close.
Yeah, that's that front door two-seamer again that should have been called.
Chopper foul.
It was funny when we were talking to him about that the other day when he came on headset, and we were talking about that front door two-seamer and how he likes, he likes that pitch too, but he likes to play with the cutter. So because you tunnel that pitch out of the same spot, one's going to break back towards the plate, the other one's going to bore in on the hands of the hitter. They have a hard time differentiating.
There's another ground ball going to go through. So with 2 outs, Hicks becomes the base runner. Well, Rasmussen has to be wondering what is happening out here with these balls getting through the infield.
This is the four-seamer. And how about this? The Miami Marlins somehow have as many hits off Drew in this top of the first inning than he gave up in his last 2 starts combined.
That's why you look at his numbers. He's 5-4, and you go, how can he only be 5-4?
I will tell you, and this is a lesson that I learned and was hammered home to me from Kurt Schilling. How many of those starts were of the 5-inning variety? And when you leave 12 outs to the bullpen, don't expect to get many decisions in your favor. And that's just the way that it is.
Norby fouls it up the right side into the screening, and the count is 0-2 to the Miami third baseman.
And that was all by design. You know, he's coming off that surgery, that brace surgery for the third time, and so he was going to be limited early on, and so he went out and did his job the best that he could, but you leave too much of it left for the bullpen.
Now a ball, 2 strikes. Norby was on 4 times in yesterday's game, once on a fielder's choice, but a walk and 2 hits. And that will take care of Norby. Top of the first is over. Miami picks up a run. Rays coming in to hit.
Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $349 a month for 36 months, plus $500 bonus lease cash.
Toyota, let's go places.
During Cane's Savings Days, save more than ever before. Now through Monday, the bigger the buy, the bigger the savings. Spend over $1,000, save 10%. Spend over $3,000, save 20%. 0% interest for 4 full years. Bigger buy, bigger savings. Spend over $1,000, save 10%. Spend over $3,000, save 20%. Don't wait. Savings Days end Monday. Now at Cane's.
Did they just hop from a baseball game to a show on Max without leaving DirecTV?
It's like all their apps and channels are connected.
Oh, it's all connected. Shows, movies, sports, cooking shows. Oh my God.
Is she talking to us?
Tell me, how does DirecTV put all your favorite stuff on one home screen? Uncanny content suggestions based on your watch history? Or mind control?
Were you recently electrocuted?
Introducing genre packs starting at $34.99.
Well, I, for one, am intrigued.
Rays coming in to hit, down by a run. We'll take a quick look at the lineup, brought to you by your local Ford dealers. There's Yandy Diaz to lead off, followed by Brandon Lau and Junior Caminero. Jonathan Aranda in the cleanup spot is the DAs. Jake Mangum, Josh Lowe, Matt Dice, Taylor Walls, Cameron Meisner in center field hitting 9th.
Well, out there to open this one up for Miami is Anthony Veneziano. 21 games, 17 2/3 innings. See the rest of the numbers.
And the pitch is a strike in to Yandy. And again, this one around the knees, 0-2.
Creating a pretty good downhill angle there with that fastball.
Well, he's lanky, 6'5" to begin with. And a base hit line the other way. Left that one up there out over the plate a little bit, and Yandy takes it the other way.
How about that feigned throw out there from Sanchez, maybe trying to throw Yandy out at first base? That ball was hit so hard and got to him so quick, he thought about it. Take a look at the rest of that Marlin defense, and joining Sanchez in the outfield is going to be Javier Sanoa and Dane Myers. Infield third to first. We've got Connor Norby, Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards, and Eric Wagaman with Ian Hicks back behind the plate.
Brandon Lau goes after this one, lifts it into center, and straight in Myers is there to make the catch. Lau wasting no time going after that first pitch from the lefty.
You know, interesting that you say that, Dwayne, because it was looking at some things that we were going to talk about him in the open. The first pitch swing percentage average for Major League Baseball is 30%. Brandon sits on the season at 46. So he is up there ready to go for anything that he thinks is out over the plate.
super aggressive.
Big swing on the first pitch by Caminero. And he fouls it back.
Junior's another one. And by the way, those are the two guys that we talked about coming in, how hot they have been over the last few weeks.
Well, Lowen hit safely in 20 of 23. And Caminero has been hot. You know, between the two of them, 28 home runs. You know, the bat goes one way and the ball fouled right back into the screen.
This is becoming a daily occurrence from Junior. At least it feels that way.
Violent follow through, and that bat slipping right out of the right hand.
How about these guys too coming in? Their last 38 games combined. Last 38 games combined. 31 extra base hits. And 36 runs batted in.
Yep.
I mean, if you're counting on these guys each driving in a run for the last 38 games or combined.
A big cut and miss right there on the fastball. First strikeout for the lefty.
You got Caminero feeling for this pitch. Drives it away from him. Keeps it away from him. And you can see right there reaching. Gets a little bit too spread out and can't quite get there.
Jonathan Aranda, lefty on lefty here in the first inning, and he takes a strike. Veneziano in his 22nd appearance, and this in the opener role. He was originally drafted by Kansas City, a 10th round pick by the Royals, 2019. Going to be too low. Now, overall, around a 321, 7 homers, 34 runs batted in. A great start, an opportunity to play every day, pretty much every day in the major leagues, and boy, he has grabbed it. A little close. 2 balls and a strike. There's a line drive base hit off the left-hander. Yondi up to second base. And Aranda is aboard with a hot shot line drive.
Watch where the pitch is and watch Aranda's hands. Watch the hands. This is what he's been doing so well all season. Hands, ball's coming in. Those hands, they scrape the front of his jersey. This two-seamer, not where Veneziano wants it, but look at the hands. Look how he gets the hands through. That allows the barrel to get to the baseball. If the hands come out a little bit, that ball's off the handle of the bat, the label of the bat, and that at bat is over. But by getting the hands in tight to the body and through the zone, that allows the barrel to then catch up to the baseball and get your hit.
Jake Mangum batting 5th in the lineup, switch hitter. So he's from the right side against this lefty. 1 strike on him.
Hey, Josh.
And missed down. 1-1. And miss puts him down 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Veneziano pitched 1 inning in the game Friday. Picked up a couple strikeouts and gave up a walk. Opening here in the wrap-up game of the series. And that's fouled off his foot.
He hammered that ball wherever that hit. I mean, this is cutting down the inside of the ankle. That could be worse.
Yeah. So with a 2-2 count, going to walk that off.
And then wonder what kind of protection he'll be wearing up there in his next at bat, because he was sans any type of ankle protection down there, and boy, that caught him pretty good.
And time had been called there. That's a no pitch.
It was a late call. You could hear him calling just as Veneziano was getting into his delivery.
Yandy at second. Aranda over at first. Ground ball right back to the hill. The underhanded toss to first. The Rays get 2 hits, do not score, leaving 2, 1-0.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I find other things in life, like ordering more to save more off the Papa Pairings menu. It's all $6.99. You've got a brownie.
Why are you whispering? We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Looks like we've told people Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. For the last time. Huh. Shallow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
What a day this turned out to be for the Rays.
High and deep to right center field, and it's gone! Home run!
And a swing and miss.
Way back and way gone! That's taken inside corner, called strike 3.
What a play at the wall, and he's got it. That ball got a chance to go. Gone!
Swing and a drive, high and deep, at the wall, gone! Gone!
And we welcome you back into Steinbrenner Field. Well, it is a quick turnaround for these Rays guys who are playing in their first noon start. When I asked Taylor Walls about just bouncing back from Saturday's game, he said it's going to be an energy test out here for these guys, especially with the heat and how long the game lasted yesterday. As for Rasmussen, he's joked about having to swap jerseys mid-game. If you're setting an over-under on how many times he has to switch into a dry one, put it at 2.5. So as these guys grind out here in this game, don't be surprised if there's a fresh jersey waiting on standby for Rasmussen. Guys?
Well, we'll look for the half jersey on the 2.5.
That would be something.
Yes, it would. There's a strike. Wagaman leading off here for Miami. Eric Wagaman, followed by Myers and then Hernandez.
I can remember pitching on some hot day games, Cincinnati, St. Louis, and we had our jerseys weren't nearly as light as they are today. You had those heavier jerseys, and yeah, you'd have to go up there and change midway through the game. So it gets so heavy, it felt like a suit of armor.
And in the middle of July, with not grass,
no,
AstroTurf.
Yes,
yes,
yes.
That was really more than steamy hot.
No, it's 120 something coming off the field. Yep. It's absolutely brutal, suffocating. But you know, it's what you do.
1-2 to the big right-handed hitter, and he is out on strikes. A strikeout to end the first and a strikeout to begin the second. One away.
So enticing. These hitters, they see four-seam fastball. They see it big. They think that they see it well, but they just can't reach it.
So there's Myers hitting .320. Pitch is a strike. Myers is 20 out of 42 on the road. Tap down to third. Caminero will take care of that. 2 up, 2 down. Now Hernandez, a couple of quick outs. In the first inning, Rasmussen made 21 pitches, 13 for strikes, 4 or 5 in the first pitch strike department. And 2 quick outs here in the second inning. 6 pitches, 2 gone. And now Hernandez. This is 97, strike 1. Here, Roberto Hernandez. And he has a base hit to the left of Walls. Threw into the left center side. So a 2-out base hit.
Strong enough to get that barrel to it, get it outside of the reach of Walls. Marlins just trying to put the ball in play. And that's the one thing that they know with Drew Rasmussen. He's going to fill up the strike zone, much like all the other Rays starters. They're not afraid of that zone, so they know they're going to get pitches to hit.
Well, right back at it to Sanoa. The first pitch is a strike. Javier Sanoa. Rasmussen. Very aggressive out there on the hill. Fly ball back into right. That sends Josh Lowe to the track to make the catch. Base hit, and the man left. Josh Lowe leads off when we return.
Trust me, people are going to love the comfort. And they're going to love the style. The comfort. The style. Drew, I'm telling you, they're going to love the comfort. You know what they're really going to love about our new Modular 4? The price. It's our new Modular 4 collection at Rooms to Go. Modern style, maximum comfort, and the flexibility to fit any space. With 3 great colors, countless configurations, and the latest tech. Part of our Drew and Jonathan collection for Rooms to Go.
Huge news. You can get a Son of for just $3. Wait, I said Son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it'd tell stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller time.
What a day this turned out to be for the Rays.
High and deep to right center field, and it's gone! Home run!
And a swing and miss.
Way back and way gone! That's taken inside corner, called strike 3.
What a play at the wall, and he's got it. That ball got a chance to go. Gone!
Swing and a drive, high and deep, at the wall, gone! Gone!
Rays baseball brought to you by Orlando Health, the official healthcare partner of the Tampa Bay Rays. And by Rooms to Go. Buy the feast, save a little. Buy the room, save a lot. Rays coming in to hit, bottom half of inning 2. Josh Lowe in the batter's box. The pitch is a strike. Matt Thaiss next, and then Taylor Walls. It's wide, 1-1. Anthony Veneziano, 27-year-old lefty, back out to begin his second inning of work. picks up a strike there. 1-2. Roberto Ortiz calling the balls and strikes of this game today. Now to play the other way. Close with a fastball. Josh looking for his first hit of the series. Started Friday's game, reached on a base on balls, and now has a full count here. His first time up in this game. Spice, the catcher, on deck. Bounds it. 17 pitches in the first inning for Veneziano. 13 strikes and 2 first pitch strikes to every hitter. Now the full count on Josh Lowe.
Ooh, flavor ice. Love those.
That's a base hit, maybe more. Josh around first. He's going to dig for 2 and will make it ahead of the throw in there head first. 2-base hit, number 5 for Josh Lowe.
Nice job, number 1, of taking that ball the other way. Number 2, of being convinced that he's going to turn that into an extra base hit. You could already see the long strides coming out. He did not hesitate, and he's able to get in just ahead of that throw.
You know, a guy his size, those are sprint strides too. Usually guys his big aren't sprinting the way he can, and he can pick them up and lay them down and stretch that into a double.
And you combine the quick legs with long legs.
Nice, puts down a bunt. That's going to get Josh over to third. Runner at third, 1 out.
A little bit of small ball right here. Go ahead and get that bunt down, get it past the pitcher, force the third baseman to have to make the play. And now you got the runner at third, less than 2. That's half the battle. Now you got to get him in.
And the infield comes up. Taylor Walls. There's a strike. Taylor with a double and a home run in yesterday's game.
Look, the last 3. 3 extra base hits, 5 driven in.
0-2. Well, I thought you made a great point the other day about his approach. And I think it suits him well.
The line drive.
Yep.
Line drive. Hit the ball hard. Line drive. Get some ground balls in there. That's fine, too.
He swings and misses out on strikes, and diving back in at third is Josh Lowe.
Well, and this pitch here that he went after, there's just no way to get on top of it. That's the problem. It's a borderline pitch, so I understand why with 2 strikes, maybe you think you got to go up there. Turns out that ball is, probably not going to get called. But you're also not going to be able to get up there. Not with that little, tough to get on top of.
So Cameron Meisner now with 2 outs and a man at third. It's a strike. Outside. 1-1. With a little foul ball. 1-2. Foul the other way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tapper fouled, so Meisner battles against the lefty. Miami scored a run in the first. We're in the bottom of the second. And a ground ball. Will it get through? Grabbed by Lopez. Throw to first. Lopez ranging far to his left. And the Rays leave a man at third, down 1-0.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now get $6,500 total cash back when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your local Chevy dealer.
Pizza Hut is about to hook you up with more of what you love. Because when you order any pizza, we'll hook you up with a free pizza later. That's a pizza now and a free pizza later. Get even more with the Hut Hookup. Order now, only on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Folks out here, they talk about this huge bear. He'll eat anything in his path. Bikes, tents. Legend says he won't get a phone. And late at night, if you listen real close, you might be able to hear that phone ringing and know just how close he is.
Look who it is.
Hi. I'll get him.
Coverage so good, it's scary. Get reliable nationwide 5G, and internet customers get 1 mobile line included for a full year with Spectrum.
For a good time, head on down to Camp Holly Airboat Rides. Enjoy a nice cold beverage from the Tiki Bar. Listen to live music from the rear deck. Stop by Gator's Grill and get a real taste of old Florida. Take in the beautiful view from our observation deck. Camp Holly Airboat Rides is Brevard County's #1 airboat riding destination. Located on the St. Johns River in West Melbourne. Call us today to book your next team building or family event. Visit Camp Holly Airboat Rides today.
Be sure to claim your share of the Rays 50-50 charity raffle jackpot. Proceeds supporting youth programming in Tampa Bay. You can win big and support the community. Visit Rays5050.com. On to the third we go on this Sunday afternoon. Leading off, Xavier Edwards. He's singled and has scored the only run of the game so far. On the ground is short. Taylor Walls up and out with his stone. It's right there on the money. And so Edwards, 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Jesus Sanchez. Ball, no strikes. And a liner and a great backhand grab there. Ball started to sink on Walls, and Taylor got right over there and made a fine grab.
Well, it all starts with being in the ready position and having quick reaction time. And let's take a look at it. Our T-Mobile coverage cam, and you can see right there, he's on the balls of his feet as that ball's being delivered to home plate. So as it comes off the bat, he is ready. He makes the break. Taking a look at our GTE Financial Instantly Easy replay. He certainly made it look easy, Dwayne. It was anything but.
And you're right about that. Anything but, and he did make it look so easy. It's not. I mean, absolutely not. This one is now. That's why we put a little star in that square.
Yeah.
When you make a play like that.
Yeah. I've got friends that are a big fan of you stamping it with the star.
And that pitch is down and in, 3-0.
In fact, when you don't do it for a period of time, I hear about it. I hear about it.
So you carry the message?
I carry the message. Like, you know, people dig it. But they know that it's not, you're not going to go to that well too often. Can't stamp everything.
No. Well, you have to preserve the value. So ball 4 to Lopez. 2 outs with a man on. Celebrate your Mexican heritage Wednesday, June 18th. The Rays take on the Orioles. Fans can advance purchase a Mexican heritage ticket package, including a custom Mexican hat. For more info, visit raysbaseball.com/Mexican. Here's Hicks taking a strike. And time requested by the Miami catcher. .21 pitch first inning for Rasmussen, a few more than normal, and then right back to a 10 pitch second. That pitch did not come back. 1-1. For the first, runner back. You know, these guys today, you're 95, 96, and you'll get some movement with that. Runner takes off, swing and miss, throw down is not going to be in time. And Lopez steals his 7th base of the year after being caught in the first inning.
Well, he got a great jump here. He has got a huge lead, and he got a great jump. There was no wasted movement there at all. He stayed low, got those hips twisted towards second base, and got that bag quite easily.
Here's the 1-2. Bounced out to second base, into the glove of Brandon Lau, and the throw to first. Walk and a man left. Bottom of the third coming. Third inning brought to you by your Suncoast Hyundai dealers.
This Father's Day, Dad deserves better. And nothing's better than cooking on a Blackstone. Because all across the nation, Blackstone is the way America cooks outdoors. Your family will love every breakfast, lunch, and dinner you create. With an enormous variety for your whole family. Cook anything, anytime, anywhere. Only on a Blackstone. Go to your nearest Blackstone retailer or blackstoneproducts.com and give your dad a Blackstone, America's best-selling griddle.
This your bag, sir?
What gave it away?
Oh, you the Geico Gecko! I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Geico app. Only took 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, Geico's all about getting more than just savings.
The next time, how about less fluid ounces?
Fair enough. Oh.
You use this much serum?
Well, my skincare routine requires...
And a pump top? It's gonna make a mess. Well, I'm taking this.
You took all of them.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Have a nice flight.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out, and that's number 10. If Rays pitchers strike out 10 batters during a home game, take your mobile ticket located in the MLB Ballpark app, or a printed home voucher to any Cain's Furniture store within 5 days and get a coupon for 1 free taco and chips at participating area Tijuana Flats locations. Restrictions apply. For more information, visit CainStrikeout.com.
Rays baseball brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Suncoast Credit Union, more perks and less fees. Join today at suncoast.com. Gorgeous day in Tampa. New pitcher is Ronnie Enriquez. The Rays saw him in the game yesterday. start the fourth inning. Ray's got a couple runs off him. Yandy Diaz takes a strike. Right. Jansen homered off him in yesterday's game. 1-1. Enriquez came into that game in the fourth, gave up a double to Morel, and then the home run to Jansen. See Yandy first here in the bottom of inning 3. Too high, 2-1. Yandy was called out on strikes facing Enriquez yesterday. Hot shot, lookout down there. Brady Williams getting out of the way of that one.
Oh, snuck by Ballman too down there.
Too hot to handle down there.
No one wanted any part of that, even the guy with the glove.
See a 2-2 again after that foul ball.
Well, it would certainly appear that the Marlins are not going with opener bulk. It's going to be, they're just going to try to piece this together. This has a spring training type feel to it.
It's a little close right there, and it's 3-2. Brandon Lau on deck. Ooh, and a swing and miss. Pitch breaking, and Yandy out on strikes.
You know, very rarely do you see Yandy miss a ball by this much in the zone. That's how nasty this sweeper is. Look at this. I mean, just out in front, a little bit over the top of it, and that was right in the heart of the plate. Yandy realizes I was just a little bit too quick, but that is a nasty breaking ball by Enriquez.
Brandon Lau takes a look at that one wide. To catch up to 97,000. 1-1. Norby, the third baseman, way off that line at third, almost in the normal shortstop position. Check swing, a little bounding ball to the right side for Xavier Edwards. And the check swing hopper. Lau is out number 2. Bases are empty for Junior Caminero. It's a strike. Enriquez worked the 1 inning yesterday, so Caminero did not face him. 1-1. Well, the Rays coming in after that 11-10 10-inning loss, winning 7 of their last 10. Sky short center. Dane Myers is there. And the Rays are up and down 1-2-3, trailing 1-0.
Choose the best Honda with more Best Buy awards than any other brand, and pay less, just $239 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Checkers and Rally's $4 unbeatable meal deal changes everything. That cheese double crushes quarter pounders. And those fries are game-changing. Well, kind of like those nails. Plus a drink and apple pie for $4? Are those designer shades? Wait, saving money isn't going to change you, right?
Who, me? Let's roll, Sebastian.
Choose a cheese double or spicy chicken and glow up for just $4. Only at Checkers and Rally's. This eats different.
Why does academic medicine matter? Because at Tampa General, the best medicine starts with the best science. Like our cutting-edge research that helped develop computerized devices to treat epilepsy and Parkinson's, restoring normal brain function and ending tremors. That's the academic difference every day at the region's only academic health system. Tampa General. Other hospitals practice medicine. We define it.
To avoid digital threats, just turn on NordVPN. Improve your protection against trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. Get the deal now.
Honda, the best performance brand, best overall brand, and best value brand. Save thousands with 0.99% financing. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Help your favorite Rays player take an all-star trip to Atlanta, filling out the 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star ballot daily. Fans can vote up to 5 times per day to send the Rays to Atlanta. Vote now at RaysBaseball.com/all-star. 4th inning underway, and Connor Norby sends a towering pop fly to short right. Josh Lowe galloping in to make the catch. 1 away.
First baseman, Eric Wagner.
1 pitch, 1 out. Eric Wagaman was struck out in the 2nd inning. Bats again in the 4th. It's upstairs. One. Wagaman with some pop in his bat. Two balls and a strike. Chopper to short. Walls in routine fashion retires Wagaman. 2 up and 2 down. Catch a Rays game here at Steinbrenner Field. Just view the full schedule and purchase your tickets at RaysBaseball.com. 2025 regular season presented by Orlando Health. Rays will be headed to Boston and New York to play the Red Sox and then the Mets. Back home against the Orioles and the Tigers on the next homestand. Dane Myers looks at a strike. Baltimore in for 4. Followed by Detroit for 3. One and 1. Home dates second half of the year going to get a little more scarce.
Well, yeah, this will be
on the road a lot.
Well, home game 43, so that leaves you 38 home games left, spread out over, you know, almost 4 months.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Don't forget that. You look at the Rays for that series against Baltimore, the one against Detroit, and then briefly with the Athletics. And that's it before the All-Star break. Did he go? Oh, he held up. I was thinking they might have had strike 3 there. Take a look.
Let's take a look because, yeah, that's close. Drew was off the mound. He was into the grass. He figured that was strike 3, end of inning. Not real thrilled with that call.
There's a swing and miss. takes care of it with the very next pitch, striking out Myers. 1-0 Miami.
Choose Winters and Yonker, and we will send an attorney to you. Let our aggressive attorneys represent you for your personal injury case. Our firm will send an attorney, not an investigator, legal assistant, or paralegal. Winters and Yonker.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Visit your local Kia dealer and look out for these stickers to take advantage of great deals. Right now, get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months plus $500 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorento vehicles.
All right, ready?
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Visit your local Kia dealer and look out for these stickers to take advantage of great deals. Right now, get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months plus $500 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorento vehicles.
What a day this turned out to be for the Rays. High and deep to right center field, and it's gone! Home run!
And a swing and miss.
Way back and way gone! That's taken inside corner, called strike 3.
What a play at the wall, and he's got it. That ball got a chance to go. Gone!
Swing and a drive, high and deep, at the wall, gone! Gone!
Well, let's take a look at our Toyota Keys, and there is a lot to unpack here. I mean, first of all, the domination, when you look at the runs for the Rays against their opponents, 102-45, but all facets of the offense is clicking. The long ball, 29 home runs. How about 27 stolen bases? Starters, I don't know, getting it done. Bullpen, closing it out. I mean, it's pretty incredible what this team has been doing. The one thing that that graphic does not show or does not talk about is the defense. So you got the offense clicking, long ball, stolen bases. You got starting pitching dominant, bullpen dominant, but these guys catching the baseball at a high level too.
Jonathan Aranda in the cleanup spot.
I'll give you this, Dwayne. You know what that number signifies? That's a 20 for all of you.
20?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the number of double plays turned in that time frame.
It's a strike, 1 and 2. Well.
So that, I guess we could add that to the Toyota Keys.
Certainly could.
So it really, it's a team effort across the board. And you finally feel that this team has established an identity. And they know who they are. They know what they're capable of. And they're playing with a very high level of confidence.
1 and 2 here against Kate Gibson. And you know, the other side of this, and you figured the pitching should be good and they should catch the ball as we take a look at the pitch mix of Gibson, who got the win yesterday. The lineup has developed into a battling lineup, 1 through 9. Ground ball, backhand pick by Wagaman down at first. And so I think the offensive side of the Rays has established an identity during this upturn in their fortune.
Well, and speaking to that point, in yesterday's ball game, the 7, 8, and 9 spots in the lineup went 8 for 11, 3 doubles, 4 homers, 9 driven in.
Oh, there you go.
That's 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, we're saying it's tough, top to bottom. It's tough, 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
Upbeat.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, when you have a lineup that really doesn't have any soft landing spots, it forces a pitcher to have to work really hard up and down that lineup. And then, like you said, you've got guys that have approaches, that put the ball in play with 2 strikes.
Yep.
Do things to put pressure on a defense. It's not just all launch angle and big swing. And here's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's 7, 8, and 9 yesterday. Wow.
Yeah, that is something.
But I think you're right. I really believe it goes to, quality at bats, battling at bats, whether, you think power might be your game or not, contact's your game, hit the ball somewhere and use your speed. but quality at-bats, top to bottom. And the Rays have been able to do that during this stretch.
They really have.
Which is a fun brand of baseball.
Because they make things happen out on the base paths, and as we saw with those numbers, 29 home runs over those last, whatever it was, 17 games.
Well, and we have seen over the past few years a trend where power is the big thing, the home run, let's get it done with one swing. But that also has opened to a lot of strikeouts. So it's an either or, feast or famine kind of approach, which is fine. There's a high fly ball back into left center field off Mangum's bat, and that's going to stay in play. A long run for Sanoa out there, and he made the catch in left center field.
Well, let's take a look at a sequence of pitches here against Josh Lowe in his first at-bat. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, getting worked all over the joint by Veneziano. Up and in, down and away. Up and in, down and away. He's trying to book him, and then that ball comes in. He fights it off, and then gets that pitch that he left in the middle of the plate. And that's what you're trying to do. You know, you're being pitched tough. You try to foul off those tough pitches, and maybe he eventually makes a mistake. That's what he did. He turned it into an extra base hit.
Josh looks at a strike. Facing the left-hander. Oh, 2. Oh, birthday party. You know, Raymond always finds something to celebrate. He has at least a dozen birthdays every year.
Well, he does, and he's slick enough to get all the other mascots to continue to come out for him. Very mentally manipulative, Dwayne.
Yes, and quite a cast of characters.
Quite
might
a
add.
cast, yes.
2 and 2. It looks like our production meetings.
I think he's probably my favorite. There's the flag, Jolly Roger.
A little close there, and the count is full. He went 3-2 in the second, doubled. Now 3-2 now.
1.2 miles per away. You can see the wind is still whipping. There's the hot dog on the billboard. I'd say that was genius.
In case you weren't hungry, you are now.
Yeah. I mean, a hot dog at the ballpark. Isn't that kind of mandatory?
Yep. Foul ball earns another payoff pitch on 3-2.
We even got Billy here. Look at that. Playing nice, too.
And a strike call. Not so nice there. Good pitch for Gibson. We are through 4. 1-0 Miami.
It's the best time to save. It's the best time to buy with Ford employee pricing. You pay what we pay across our entire current price-protected inventory. That's employee pricing from the one automaker who assembles the most vehicles in the U.S., Ford. But you must hurry. When the inventory's gone, so are the deals. Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Become a Suncoast member today and you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win your car, rent, or mortgage payments covered for an entire year. Go online or visit any branch to get all the benefits of banking with Suncoast. From fee-free checking to low-interest loans, exclusive membership perks, and more.
I'm finally opening the best bagel shop in town. Backpack through Europe? Why not?
Definitely getting a new ride. Win big and dream bigger with Suncoast's Year of No Payments giveaway and become a Suncoast member today.
1 cup of fresh aged cheddar for a new cheddar crust pizza sent down to our kitchen from the cheddar heavens.
Actually, it was sent down here from a dairy farm.
You know, that tracks, actually. Yeah.
We're making you a 1-topping cheddar crust pizza for $11.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Tampa, St. Pete, the Rays,
The Rowdies, the golf courses, the beaches. The Tampa Bay area is filled with great choices. That's why you choose to call it home. At Orlando Health, we're here to make your healthcare choices even better with our investments in St. Pete's Bayfront Hospital and Tampa Bay's respected Florida Medical Clinic, plus new ER locations and even healthier choices to come. Orlando Health. Choose well.
Step up to the plate with the official debit card of the Tampa Bay Rays, only at Amerant Bank. To sign up for yours today, visit www.amerantbank.com/Rays. Full house of mascots out there as we move into the fifth inning. And Hernandez swings and misses that opening fastball. Strike one. Here, Roberto Hernandez. Into left over the head and beyond the outstretched glove hand of Taylor Walls. And Hernandez is 2 for 2. They get ready for Golick and Golick, featuring Mike Golick Sr., Mike Golick Jr., coming to FanDuel Sports Network starting Monday and bringing the heat with bold takes, big personalities, and some of the biggest names in sports. Don't miss the action. That's weekdays 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern, only on FanDuel Sports Network.
Starting up tomorrow, Dwayne. Starting up tomorrow. Told you the other day, the Bob Golick, number 79, former Cleveland Brown great, his brother and his son. So he dialed in.
So a lot of action going.
A lot of action. We'll be streaming that on the bus ride over to Fenway.
Popped up down the right side. That's going to stay fair. Caught by Brandon Lau. Sanoa is the first out down that right field line. Following the base hit by Hernandez. 1 on, 1 out. And we swing back around to the top of the lineup. Xavier Edwards. Edwards with a hit. He opened the game with that chopping single and has scored the only run of this game so far. He was on twice, actually 3 times, 2 hits and a walk in yesterday's game, and scored 2 runs. He drove in 2 runs. And boy, that pitch looked pretty good right there. 1-0 the count.
Let's take a look. Certainly caught all of the plate.
Lifted toward left center. Meisner got a good break and makes the catch. Verlander is out, number 2. And boy, that's so critical. That first read, that initial break that an outfielder can get.
Especially here with the wind that we've seen.
Yep.
Because the ball, is it going to knock it down? Is it going to have it carry? It looks like the ball is carrying again towards the outfield. That some of those fly balls that these outfielders are tracking a little bit longer than I think that they had to. So yeah, the initial break is everything here.
Jesus Sanchez. This one will skip away. Dice will track it to the backstop and up to second base, and into scoring position goes Hernandez.
Boy, what a carom. That breaking ball in the dirt, and you see Dice trying to knock it down in front, and it just caught him.
So a wild pitch charged to Rasmussen. Full swing right there. 1-1. Sanchez Little line drive back in the third, and Walls at shortstop made a very good play on that ball. Here's another look at that ball down.
Oh, it did off the left side where the chest protector starts to angle back. I wondered how it kicked that far left. It looked like he was straight up.
And a liner into center, going to drop for a base hit. Meisner with the pickup and the throw over everybody. It's going to be tracked down by Theis. The run scores. Sanchez drives in the run and winds up at second base.
Well, and you could see Cameron Meisner as he made that throw. He did not get his arm all the way through the throwing motion, so the ball starts to sail on him, and it's high. So that allowed Sanchez to read it and get up to second base. And gets the two-seamer up there, and he's able to stay on it, drive it to center, and you can see Cameron right here as he goes to throw. Watch that ball just take off on him. And it's high, so as it gets over the head of the infielders, there's Sanchez able to go up to second base, and you could see Cameron out in center immediately put his head down, realize that was not the throw he wanted to make.
Oh, here's Lopez taking a strike. Well, Sanchez drove in 5 runs yesterday with a 3-run homer and a 2-run double and an RBI single here, and he winds up at second base.
Yeah, we talked about him coming into this series. In the previous 10 games, he was hitting .441, a bunch of extra base hits. And then I think in his first 3 at-bats of this series, he punched out. I mean, the Rays just took him down. He came alive yesterday, and another big hit today.
Into center field. Meisner coming on is there, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Liner to center. Run scores on a couple hits. TV timeout brought to you by your local GMC dealers. The grab by Meisner.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $11,000 on this Sierra 1500 model. We are professional grade.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? Spectrum is bringing together the streaming apps you love. Plus, live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. All in one place, across your devices. So no matter when or where you are, it's all here. Spectrum.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Hey, how long will this take? I'm kind of in a rush.
Oh, just 10 minutes.
Get out! 10 minutes? Y'all are like...
A well-oiled machine.
I was gonna go there, but then it felt obvious. Take 5. The stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
What a day this turned out to be for the Rays.
High and deep to right center field, and it's gone! Home run!
And a swing and miss.
Way back and way gone. That's taken inside corner, called strike 3.
What a play at the wall, and he's got it. That ball's got a chance to go. Gone!
Swinging a drive, high and deep, at the wall. Gone! Gone!
With the Rays hit one out of the park, you score free pizza from Colony Grill. Buy any one pizza and get a Colony Grill famous hot oil pizza for free. Restrictions apply. For more details, visit RaysBaseball.com/Colony Grill. Valente Balazzo is the new pitcher. Pitcher number 4 in this game for Miami. Swing and miss by Matt Theis.
There's the pitch mix for Balazzo. Average fastball 91 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, this is, it's kind of a risky proposition here. You know, with your bullpen, going with an opener and then one. Better hope this game ends when it's supposed to. Run out of arms.
It's fouled back right now. A 2-run deficit for the Rays. Price, Walls, and Meisner due up. Clayton McCullough, the young manager for the Marlins. Signed him out of the Dodgers crew. 1-2. It's fouled out of play. Into center field off the bat of Theis, caught by Myers.
Well, Dwight, let's take a look. Oh, here we go. Steinbrenner Field, wind speed by height, and you can see how it kind of swirls around. That's why you get the ball up in the air, way up in the air. But look at 90 feet. Look where it's going. Look where it's going. This is exactly what we're seeing play out on the field. The high pop-ups, the high fly balls are drifting outfielders deeper and deeper than they would have expected. How about that 150 feet? It's straight out. It's pretty high, though.
The strike, you know, it's kind of interesting to try to analyze that because you have the grandstand, you know, and there's no upper deck in the outfield. And the grandstand, the highest point, and how that would affect, you know, wind, the higher you go, you know, the more wind you've got a chance to get, and that's what we've seen.
That's all you have to do is go down to 1.2, and without any, you know, any obstruction, that's what you're getting. That's a big flag, and it's whipping, and so when the ball gets up above the structure here, yeah, it's carrying out to center field. I mean, you could see that in the way that outfielders are tracking fly balls.
One ball, 2 strikes. And when you think about the beginning of the year, it was really a break-in period for not only the visiting team, but for the Rays as the home team as well. And you start to get the idea that, you know, here we are better than a third of the way through the season. And the Rays do seem to have a better sense of how the ball reacts in this park.
Well, they should, because more than half their schedule, home schedule, has been played.
Yeah, that's right.
They haven't figured it out by now. But you're right, playing much better baseball here. I think that has to do with a lot of other stuff, too. There's a lot going right for this team right now. Although I need to pick it up here this afternoon.
Yeah, they'd like to see some offense.
Yeah, you cannot allow the Marlins to win the season series.
Yeah.
You can't allow them to win both series.
Yeah. One would think.
Yeah, well, I've got a bias towards.
2-2 here on Taylor Walls.
That team from South Florida, Dwayne. 1997. That's all I'll tell you.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
Well,
a lead in the bottom of the 9th, Dwayne. A lead in the bottom of the 9th, game 7.
Yeah.
Took a flight home as a loser. Not too cool.
Tapper foul. It's all understandable.
Yeah, that was a tough night. 2-1 lead, and actually
that close.
Very easily could have had an insurance run in the top half of the night to make it 3-1.
Well, there you go.
Threw out a guy at the plate. Miami or Florida did.
And a miss there. Oh, that's
a miss by who?
Yeah, well, let's just leave it at a miss. All right.
Somebody missed it.
Yeah.
Pretty good pitch.
So full count. And Walls will draw the walk. Well, let's see if the Rays can take advantage of that. The base runners have been at a premium. A couple hits in the first. Leadoff doubled in the second inning. And now finally a one-out walk in the 5th. Cameron Meisner. Meisner with a ground ball to short, his first time. It's ball one. That's outside. 2-0. Some close pitches delivered here. 1 on, 1 out. Strike 2-1. Right out of the zone, down and in. 3-1. And there's a high fly ball into right. Sanchez makes the catch, and back to first goes Walls. You can see Sanchez trying to set up there and at the same time not be all that secure. He's got the sun, he's got the wind.
He took his eye off the ball there for a split second. Almost like to clear his vision and start again. That was strange. But again, you're fighting that wind that we're talking about. That was a high pop-up. So that ball's moving. You've got to deal with the sun on top of it. You're right. The glasses, the glove, everything you're trying to use to block it out.
Here's Yandy. Back in at first, Taylor Walls.
Now, this whole day baseball thing is just the new concept.
Yes, it is.
Sometimes it feels like it.
Yeah. And the move down to first. He's back in. Ball, no strikes to Yandy. Runner on the move, and the pitch is skied to right. Back to the track goes Sanchez, and that baby is gone. Home run opposite field for Yandy Diaz. And with that, the Rays are on the board. A two-run shot to tie the game. Yandy got it up there, and it carried out.
That's what you got to do. And Yandy, one of those guys that consistently hits the ball hard, even if it's straight up in the air. He's got the added wind help here today, but that ball was well struck. You see it create some backspin, and he knew it. That little bat toss tells you that he knew it. Plenty gone.
So it's a tie game now at 2. Brandon Lau takes ball 1. And 1. Well, the Rays in 4 games in the season series against the Marlins had not hit a home run. In yesterday's game, they hit 5 home runs. And so they have 6 here in the last 1 game plus. 1-2. Boy, and that's the other thing that stings about yesterday's loss. 11-10 in 10 innings. To hit 5 home runs in a game and not winning. Brandon behind in the count. That's a liner foul. Uncle John's doing a little ducking down there beyond the coaching box. Taylor Walls walked. Yandy Diaz has hit the 2-run home run. Cutting a foul ball right back off the fastball. How about since the 21st of May, the Rays topping the home run derby list?
How about that?
By a good margin.
Yeah, and then you factor in the stolen bases in the same time frame, and I think they're topping that too, or close, which is just incredible because we've been talking about how this team's not going to just sit back and be able to pound out homers like crazy. Well, they've been doing it for an extended period of time here on top of the running game. You talk about a dangerous offense.
Coming into this game with 88 stolen bases, caught 17 times.
Percentage.
A foul ball.
Nice play. Kept his feet.
Got to keep your feet under you.
That's it.
It's been a long at bat for Brandon. This will be pitch number 8. And a cut and miss on the cutter. So the Rays come up with 2 runs on one swing of the bat from Yandy Diaz. And this game is tied 2-5.
Car without moving at all. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $199 a month or get 2.99% APR or $1,750 bonus cash. Visit your Suncoast Hyundai dealer today.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
I'm kind of a deal hunter. I like to make sure we got the best deal.
We used a Spectrum savings calculator before. I learned that since we're existing Spectrum Internet customers, we get a mobile line for a year.
Having a line for a year would be amazing. I looked at you and I said, how is the savings so substantial?
Yeah.
Switch and save with one mobile line included with your internet service, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
These big trucks are dangerous and fast. And when it comes to big truck wrecks, the stakes can be really high. That's why you need a lawyer that's gotten big results for his clients. Hi, I'm attorney Dan Newland. I've recovered billions of dollars for accident victims. So if you've been hit by one of these big trucks or involved in a car accident, call me now. Let me fight for you at 407-888-8000. That's 407-888-8000.
Well, a beautiful view of beautiful downtown Tampa. This game is tied 2-2. We go to the 6th inning. William Hicks will lead off. Rays have come back to pull even on the 2-run home run by Yandy Diaz in the home half of the 5th. Hicks 1 for 2. Rasmussen's first pitch is a strike. 65 pitches now, 1 pitch into the 6th. And that gives him 16 of 22 in the first pitch strike department. Fifth time he has gone into the sixth inning. 2. This is his 13th start. Fly ball center field. Meisner is going to have room and makes the catch. It's the first out. Watch MLB.tv and stream every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Connor Norby with a strikeout and a fly ball to right field, which is down. One. On the ground, shortstop. Walls with the throw, 2 up and 2 down. Well, Rasmussen gave up a run in the first, also touched for a run in the 5th inning. But has snapped a string of 4 consecutive outings in which he had not given up a run at all, dating back to the outing on the 17th of May in Miami. 6 scoreless innings then. Wagaman takes strike 1. Following that start, he went 6 scoreless against Toronto, 6 scoreless on 1 hit against Minnesota, and 5 scoreless on 1 hit against Texas. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And extraordinarily efficient at the same time. Yep. The streak that he has been on, he just hasn't not wasted any time, hasn't wasted any pitches. He's been sharp with command.
Popper, short right, angling out from second, Brandon Lau, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 2, 5 and a half, 2-2.
Imagine a living room with the power to change everything. The Modular 2 at Rooms to Go. Now with even more possibilities, like this sleek, super soft leather. It's one collection that gives you the power to relax, the power to recharge, the power to create the perfect sectional for any space. Just choose your pieces and transform your room easily and affordably. I'm Julianne Huff, and this is what's possible with the Modular 2 at Rooms to Go.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue or Pathfinder.
Pizza Hut is about to hook you up with more of what you love. Because when you order any pizza, we'll hook you up with a free pizza later. That's a pizza now and a free pizza later. Get even more with the Hut Hookup. Order now, only on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Matt Joyce, Rich Hollenberg, Rooms to Go Lounge, hanging out watching a tie ball game right now. Let's take a look at our T-Mobile coverage cam, Matt, and check out Yandy Diaz's home run. It's his 9th on the year, 8 of the 9 coming at home.
Yeah, this is what makes this guy so good. He's very stubborn in his approach and hitting the fastball to the right part of the field. It allows the fastball to get deep, keeps him on the off speed, and occasionally he'll get under a ball just enough to hit a 2-run homer and tie the ball game, Richie.
And that's where we are now, heading to the bottom of the 6th. Dwayne and B.A.
Well, thank you very much, fellas. we go from the comfort of your digs to the comfort of our booth here. And the Rays coming into bat in the bottom of the 6th. Junior Caminero takes that first one for a ball a little wide there. Caminero, the number 3 hitter. One. He struck out, sent a fly ball to center. Right back. Anthony Veneziano was the opener, worked 2 innings. Enriquez 1 inning. Gibson an inning. And the pitch is a little wide. Veloso gave up the 2-run home run to Yandy Diaz in the 5th. Now he's 2-2 to Caminero with Aranda on deck. And there is ball 3. Might be a good matchup with Aranda coming up next.
No, I really like that matchup with Aranda. And right here, a full count. In theory, you've got to come across the plate here. And Caminero, how hot he has been, should get something good to swing at.
And he pops it up, foul. Coming down from first, Wagaman, and that ball's going to drop at the last moment. Hicks tried to get in on the action, and it fell right down there by the on-deck circle.
Yeah, I don't know how that one gets missed. That ball straight up in the air. Maybe he just couldn't find it. You see him looking up. Got that glove up there trying to shade his eyes, and by the time he does find it, he's not anywhere near being able to make a play, and that ball falls harmlessly in the on-deck circle.
3-2, and that's foul, a long way foul.
That was a breaking ball that was a foot above the zone.
Yeah.
So hats off to Caminero for getting to it.
The 8th pitch of this at bat on the 3-2 count. Chopped to third, into the mid. Norby's throw is there. You can sharpen up your reading skills through Reading with the Rays, presented by Suncoast Credit Union. Visit your local library, Suncoast Credit Union branch, or download your game cards at raysbaseball.com/reading.
That's one of my favorite summer endeavors, the Reading with the Rays.
Here's Aranda sending a fly ball to left, and that's going to be caught by Sanoa out there. And so that matchup we were looking forward to lasted 1 pitch.
Yeah, didn't have the desired result and didn't last very long.
2 up and 2 down. Jake Mangum. Mangum under it, pops it up. There's Lopez making the catch. It's short. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 7th inning. 2-2 ball game.
The Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. $250K on the line every day.
Time to pick a side.
Favorites, underdogs.
New York.
Tampa.
I don't know what to do. Just pick a side.
Win your share of $250K or more every day. Plus, new players get up to $100 back in bonus bets.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $359 per month lease on a 2025 CR-V two-wheel drive EX.
I was involved in a very bad car accident and decided to call attorney Dan Newland. Within minutes of my call, Dan and his team were already working on my case. They left no stone unturned, ensuring every detail was addressed. And at the end of my case, Dan got me $1.7 million. And that money is really gonna help.
Involved in a car accident? Call me Saturday or Sunday at 407-888-8000.
Thank you, Dan.
Game's tied up at 2-all as we head into the 7th. Pete Fairbanks and his wife continue to give back to a cause that is near and dear to their heart when it comes to the Turner Syndrome Foundation. And you got to check out these one-of-a-kind cleats that are up for auction when it comes to Pete Fairbanks. Now, an artist from Lakeland designed these one-of-a-kind cleats in honor of Ellis, their dog, who they lost due to the genetic disorder that impacts many others. These cleats are up for auction now, and the proceeds go to the Turner Syndrome Foundation, which supports research and education to improve the care for others affected. So just really amazing to see how they're able to give back, guys.
All right, thank you, and a great cause. No question about that. Rays have Kevin Kelley in the game. 6 innings for Drew Rasmussen. Dane Myers has grounded out and struck out. Started to go, and on the check, he says he did not offer. Let's take a look here. And he did hold up. 1-1. Chop. Foul ball off his foot. So it's 1-2. For Rasmussen, as you see the pitch mix on Kevin Kelley, 6 innings, he walked 1. He's made 13 starts, and in 10 of those, he's given up either no walks or just 1 walk.
It's about limiting base runners. You know, that's what it all comes down to. Confidence in your stuff, attack the strike zone, don't give any free passes, make them earn everything they get, all those cliches.
3-2 pitch is lifted into right. Lowe's going to have to go back to the track, and boy, I'll tell you, off the bat it seemed to be routine.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, he's 2 or 3 steps on the track.
That's it. I mean, that ball was not hit that well. The sound of it well enough. And watch the carry here. Let's see. That ball, yeah, that's not even on the sweet spot. That's more towards the end of the bat. And well, you get it up in the air, you never know.
You think about, you get a hitter to do that.
Yeah.
And it's a couple steps from the wall. Foul ball on the check swing by Hernandez, the DH. Strike 1. It's wide. Rasmussen has had 8 starts of now 13 in which he has walked no one. That's going to be a base hit, sit through the middle. How about Hernandez? He is 3 for 3 now. You know, he pinch hit in the 10th inning yesterday, got a base hit, and 3 straight hits today.
and not trying to do too much. You know, you take a look at all of the hits, you know, back to back to back. You just kind of, you know, swatting the baseball, not over swinging, using the whole field. That one going right back up the middle. Pinch hitter here. You got Kyle Snyder coming out.
Well, here's what's coming up tomorrow. Rays Live, the pregame presented by Canes. We'll hear from Shane Boz, and BA will break down Pete Fairbanks. All of that as the Rays begin their road trip. And a big conference on the mound. The Marlins are going with Kyle Stowers. He's going to pinch hit here. So they'll go to the bench. The Rays talk that over with Stowers stepping in from the left side. Takes a big cut, fouling off that first pitch for a strike. So Hernandez with his first 3-hit game ever. Montgomery up in the Rays bullpen. And Stowers with power.
Boy, last 10, 114 average, no homers, just 2 driven in. Rays saw him down in Miami. He was scalding hot.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This game, it'll do that to you. You go on those streaks and everything seems like it's falling in for you. You feel great, confidence level all-time high, and then it doesn't take long before you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole. And that's where the mental part of the game starts to come into play. And you've got to stay so mentally strong because it is an everyday game. There's no let up, good or bad.
Big cut, the foul ball back. 1 and 2. Looking the runner over there at first. Rays tied this game in the 5th on the home run by Yandy Diaz. We're in the 7th, and a wave and a foul-tipped strikeout. Got it with a fastball there. Big strikeout for Kevin Kelly.
Well, four-seamer, he just runs it up in the zone from that sidearm release point. He takes it upstairs, middle of the plate. And sneak it by Stowers.
Well, Edwards is due, and Kevin Cash comes out of the dugout. We're going to take a look at a pitching change right here. Tied 2-2.
Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $349 a month for 36 months, plus $500 bonus lease cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Opioid overdoses kill more than 130 people a day in the U.S. alone. Addiction can occur in as little as 5 days. Talk to your doctor or dentist to see what's right for you and if there are alternative treatments, because it only takes a little to lose a lot. Visit cfbhn.org for more information.
A dad's work is never done. It's why the Home Depot has Father's Day gifts for every dad. From ties, to tools, to tech, to something to enjoy together. No matter what he's working on, make any dad's day with the Home Depot.
This is Avery. She's had a lot of news this year, and she's still trying to figure out the vibe of things. A new state, a new job, a new apartment, and a new bank. Mid-Florida made Avery feel at home and gave her $200 when opening a new free checking account. And that will come in handy to decorate her new place. Avery may have had a lot of news this year, but financial worries aren't one of them. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union.
Well, the Rays will begin a road trip. The first stop is Boston tomorrow. American League East will find the Yankees atop with Toronto 4.5 back, the Rays 5.5 back, and then Boston fourth, 9.5 out, followed by Baltimore. So it will be, all of these road trips are important, and the Rays and Boston will be squaring off. Mason Montgomery, and his first pitch is too low. Xavier Edwards 1 for 3 today. Edwards drove in a couple runs with 2 hits in the game yesterday. Upstairs, he misses, and it's 2-0. Two outs with that runner at first. Now a strike. Miami with a run in the first, another run in the fifth. The Rays got 2 in the bottom of the fifth on the home run by Yandy. 2 outs and a base runner at first in the 7th. That's at the knees. Some low heat there. 98 at the knees.
Yeah, how about that? You fall behind 2-0, then you split the plate with 2 fastballs and nary a swing.
Two. Down to third on the ground. Caminero takes it to first to retire the side. 7th inning stretch coming. Rays and the Marlins tied at 2.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $11,000 on this Sierra 1500 model. We are professional grade.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
Onboard Wi-Fi that goes wherever you go. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Lease a Hyundai Elantra for $149 a month, or get 2.99% APR or $1,250 bonus cash. Visit your Suncoast Hyundai dealer today.
I'm with George Mason University forward Joshua Duro for the FDA's Don't Get Burned Sunscreen Challenge.
Bring it on.
I'm not getting burned today. I'm using a broad spectrum sunscreen.
The FDA recommends broad spectrum sunscreens with an SPF of 15 or higher with other sun protection measures to reduce the risk of sunburn and skin cancer.
You smoked me, dude.
That's because I use sunscreen, so I wouldn't get burned by you and the sun.
Broad spectrum sunscreen. It's a winning play every time.
Well, we are heading into the bottom of the 7th inning here at Steinbrenner Field, all tied up at 2. Drew Rasmussen, his afternoon has come to an end, and it was another outstanding job by Drew out there making the start, coming in with a 23-inning scoreless streak, and had it working again today. You got that fastball up at the top of the zone. That kind of sets the tone for everything else. And here comes the cutter, the two-seamer. A lot of really nice work done here this afternoon. Anytime you're getting hitters to do that, too, they obviously are having a frustrating afternoon. And let's take a look at our Suncoast Credit Union influential player. 6 innings, another strong 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Did it again on 74 pitches. He just continues to be so economical each and every outing, even getting deeper into games. And so he has put the Rays in a position here to be tied up on that home run by Yandy Diaz. And let's see if they can close it out here as we're getting later into this ball game.
Well, on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Josh Lowe will lead off in this tie game, 2-2. Valente Balazzo out there on the mound. He's getting their first look at this right-hander today. And the pitch is a strike. Fly ball to left. Stowers out there. He stays in and plays left field after pinch hitting. And he gets the put out on the fly ball off the bat of Josh Lowe. Edwin Uceda busy in the Rays bullpen. Some ball down. Rays with their first look here. Alonso making his first career appearance against the Rays. Opening his 3rd inning. Price takes a swing and fouls it back. Chopper foul. Miami got him from Houston. Spent most of the season last year in the Marlins organization. And he gets a strikeout of Theis for out number 2.
Well, he just crowded him with that cutter. There's nothing Theis could do. Could not get the bat started. Couldn't get the arms extended. Lays that right in there and just ties him up right on that inside part of the plate. Well, not lighting up the radar gun, but pitching very effectively outside of that. I mean, obviously the home run to Yandy. Just mixing and matching.
Breaking ball in there to Walls for a strike.
Curveball.
Oh, 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Will even the count. Alonso had been at their Jacksonville affiliate. Deck Meisner. So he's gone from being a jumbo shrimp to a marlin.
That's quite the jump.
Metamorphosis there.
Yeah.
And a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays, and we go to the 8th. 2-2.
It's a big match for the National Women's Soccer League, and only the best will win.
Just blaze Godzilla bankroll, stones and silly on. Yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm barely home. Trailblazers stay rolling with vengeance. My arts is crafty dogs. Why I stuck with Laffy Taffy, wondering. Get past me. I've been doing this before. Now it's dropping nasty.
Little things that reveal hidden opportunities through the power of Dell AI with Intel Inside. Little things that add up to something big. Using technology to gain an advantage in real time. Delivering wins that change the game for everyone.
During Cane's Savings Days, save more than ever before. Now through Monday, the bigger the buy, the bigger the savings. Spend over $1,000, save 10%. Spend over $3,000, save 20%. 0% interest for 4 full years. Bigger buy, bigger savings. Spend over $1,000, save 10%. Spend over $3,000, save 20%. Don't wait. Savings Days end Monday. Now at Cane's.
Well, we are heading into the top of the 8th inning, and we are all tied up here at 2. Drew Rasmussen taking the mound this afternoon for the Rays. Another strong outing, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Yandy Diaz had the big 2-run homer as the Rays trail at that point 2-0 and able to tie it back up. The Marlins pitching situation just trying to piece it together. One guy after another coming out of that bullpen and trying to get the job done. So far through 7, they have, holding the Rays to just those 2 runs. But it's getting late, Dwayne, and now the Rays into their bullpen.
Edwin Uceta, the right-hander, opening the 8th inning against Jesus Sanchez. It's a ball and no strikes. Oh, a strike 1-1. Sanchez got the base hit in the 5th inning to drive in the 2nd Miami run. The Rays came back, got 2 in the bottom of that inning on the 2-run home run by Yandy Diaz. We've been tied since then. Rays with 2 runs, 4 hits. Miami 2 runs, 7 hits. Ground to the right side for Brandon Lau. 1 out in the 8th. Rich and Matt will be along with the Rays post-game show. Rays Live, the post-game presented by Advent Health. We'll hear from Kevin Cash. Kendra Douglas will have interviews from the clubhouse. So a lot coming up on Rays Live, the post-game. Lopez. There's a strike. Lopez drove in the first run of this game, has walked and lined to center since. Also has a stolen base in this game, as he did yesterday. Fouls it into the screen. Hit the home run here Friday. A 2-run homer in the 8th. That made it close. Rays wound up winning that game 4-3. Dropped a wild one in 10 innings yesterday, 11-10. Tied 2-2 now in the 8th. Cut and miss. So 3 pitches. Lopez is out.
Oh, that's the big pitch for Uceta, that changeup. He takes this one off the plate away. Can he get a chase? Well, the answer is yes. You can do those types of things when you're up in the count 0-2. You can expand. He doesn't go after this. You're still 1-2. You've got the count in your favor, but he does get that chase and out number 2.
Here's Hicks. 1 for 3. His hit came in the first. And that changeup has him out in front. Strike 1. Pop back. That will carry out of play. So a 2-strike count. And strike 3 called down at the knees. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Meisner followed by Diaz and Lau.
Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid plus 500 bonus APR cash. Toyota, let's go places.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Prescription opioids can be addictive and dangerous. Addiction can happen in as little as 5 days. Most opioid addiction begins with a legal prescription. It's time to speak out, opt out, and throw out. Talk to your doctor or your dentist to see what's right for you and ask about the risk of addiction. Ask if there are alternative treatments. Learn how to safely use, store, and dispose of opioids to prevent addiction, because it only takes a little to lose a lot. Visit cfbhn.org for more information.
Well, here we are once again, 2-2, bottom of the 8th. Yandy Diaz in the on-deck circle. Let's go back to his last at-bat. That would be in the bottom of the 5th inning, and our Miller Lite moment. Raised down 2-0. He gets a pitch that he's able to lift, get it up into that wind a little bit, hit it hard, get it out of here, tie the ball game, and that's where we stand now.
And in the bottom of the 8th inning, Cameron Meisner leads off. Then the top of the order, Yandy, followed by Brandon. First pitch is a strike. Well, Yandy hit the home run off Palazzo back in the 5th inning. He's still out here in the 8th. And is ahead of Meisner. 2 strikes. Crochet up in the bullpen now. 2-strike pitch. 1-2. Alonso just over 50 pitches. It's skied left center field. 3 defenders coming on, and it's going to be caught by Myers. Dane Myers cutting in from center field. And boy, that ball, anytime a ball is hit among 3 defenders, and all 3 of them were not quite sure.
Yeah, there was a lot of uncertainty. There wasn't a lot of taking of charge. You know, and the wind didn't look like that pushed that towards the outfield wall. So maybe we've had a little switch here. Who knows?
Yandy fouling it back.
But you're right, and that's why, you know, you've seen the Rays do it. You've seen some visiting teams do it. When the ball goes up in the air, communication is key, and you have to have guys pursuing because that ball can be, you know, moved around a little bit. So you need to have bodies going after it.
Yeah, I mean, you might start, and fielders do this. They have a sense of where it's going to go and who's going to get there. But here, like all three defenders have to feel as if they have to go catch that ball.
And that's where the communication comes in. That's where you've got to take charge. You've got to be yelling clear.
That's a shot back into left field, and it's going to be over the head of Stowers. Extra bases coming for Yandy, pulling up at second with a double. Yandy's third hit of the day, and now he's in scoring position here in the 8th inning.
That ball was hit hard. Breaking ball, spinner, and Yandy, boy, he just meets it out in front with the barrel and hits that ball sharply enough that Stowers just cannot get there.
Rays have 5 hits, 3 by Yandy today. Stowers just could not get there. Brandon Lau's going to be the hitter. And a slow walk to the mound by Hicks, the catcher. The Rays have Lau up here now with Caminero behind him. Yandy's 6th 3-hit game of the year. And Miami appears to be ready to make a change. So Faucher's going to get the call. McCullough out to make the pitching change.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue or Pathfinder.
To avoid digital threats, just turn on NordVPN. Improve your protection against trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. Get the deal now.
Every day, 44 people in the U.S. die from a drug overdose, but they don't have to. Under Florida's Good Samaritan Act, you cannot be charged for calling 911 to get help for someone who has overdosed. There is help. Recovery is possible. Visit cfbhn.org for more information.
Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid plus 500 bonus APR cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, Calvin Faucher is going to be the new pitcher. He is pitcher number 5 for Miami. The double by Yandy Diaz, and he's going to be lifted. Caballero's going to run for him. So the wheels are turning here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, a lot on the plate. That's what Faucher will do to an opposing hitter. He got that cutter, 4-seam, 2-seam, sweep it, curveball. He's a high spin guy, so he gets a lot of late break, sharp break. Fastball averages 95 miles an hour. Double oven mitts for Caballero.
And Brandon Lau at the plate. After the first pitch, fouling it back, strike 1. Faucher with a walk and a couple strikeouts yesterday, working in the 8th inning. Back at it in the 8th inning in this game. Caballero's going to steal third, and he will steal it easily. A steal of third base. Now he's over there with only one out.
How about that? I mean, as easily as he got that. Look at the moving lead. Fauché paying him no mind. None whatsoever. Almost didn't recognize him, Dwayne, without the eye black. Not starting today, so Caballero is sans eye black and looks unrecognizable.
Infield comes up now. A cut and miss. 1-2. Well, the Rays taking advantage of the Marlins here. How about that? 95 stolen bases allowed.
I mean, 21 more than anybody else in the game. And everybody's at full. You know, the pop times of the catchers, we've seen that be an issue. We just saw Fauché right there paying no mind to, you know, pitching as if Caballero wasn't even on base. It's a long hold.
And the 1-2. Fly ball. Not too deep to center. Caballero will tag. Catch by Myers, and the throw to the plate is offline. And the Rays grab the lead. Caballero scores standing up. So the steal of third leads to a sacrifice fly. And the Rays now grab a 3-2 edge.
Yeah, and we were talking, Dwayne, about this offense being so multifaceted. There's a great example of it. Yandy with the double. You pinch run. Caballero swipes third. Forces the infield in. Brandon with 2 strikes gets enough of that ball to center field. You thought maybe Myers had a chance here, but that throw, as soon as it came out of his hand, it was so offline. And there you go.
The Rays grab the lead. Caminero. 2 balls, no strikes. Cut and a foul ball back. So the 1-out double. Caballero running for Yandy. Then the steal of third, and Brandon Loud's fly ball to center. It's the go-ahead run across. Caminero fouls it back. 2-2. A 1-run game. Rays won 4-3 on Friday, lost 11-10 in 10 yesterday, and they lead 3-2 in this one in the 8th. That's a line drive shot into left center field. Caminero will turn first and put on the brakes there with a single.
Now, how often do you say that? Caminero doesn't hit singles. It's doubles and homers. What's that all about?
Yeah,
when did he become a little punchy Judy?
Well, he got out of the box thinking double.
Well, that ball just didn't quite get deep enough, and Myers was able to cut it off. But you're right, off the bat, this is what we're talking about. That ball gets down, Myers gets to it quickly and gets it in quickly, and Caminero.
Well, Aranda will be the hitter. Hicks takes a slow walk to the mound. Aranda 1 for 3 today. He's hit back in the first. The single to right. Clayton McCullough looking on from the Miami dugout. Former first base coach of the Dodgers, now the manager of the Marlins. And big swing and miss. Aranda. 7 homers, 34 runs batted in. And 321. Tap foul. 2 strikes. Up and away, and a delayed attempt for the steal. And how about that? Caminero, a delayed start, caught him napping a bit, and he steals second base.
Getting him in all different kind of ways. There's the secondary, and then go. You see that? And with that knee in the ground, there was just completely asleep at the wheel there.
He is 5 of 5 in the steal department. Now in scoring position for Aranda, who's behind in the count, 1-2. Fouls this one back. Well, you try to pick up that extra run in a one-run game. Caminero stealing his way into scoring position.
And you don't see that often. You know, the delayed steal, he takes his secondary lead, and then boom, off he goes, and everybody caught napping. That's fun stuff.
And that pitch a little bit high, and a good eye by Aranda. 2-2. He'll step back. So Aranda getting time. O'Shea takes a little stroll behind the mound as well. The one-out double by Yandy Diaz has keyed the inning. Caballero running for him scored the go-ahead run. And 2-2. Aranda watches it upstairs, and the count is full. Two stolen bases in the inning for the Rays. The 90 mark on the year. 3-2, and that's foul. I'll tell you, Aranda will make a pitcher work out there.
I was just thinking, this at bat feels like it's been going on forever. He's among the leaders of pitches seen per plate appearance, so it makes sense.
Well, this will be the 8th pitch coming to Aranda from Fauché. And a bouncing ball right side, first base unassisted. Wagaman steps on the bag. Well, the Rays take the lead. Miami will have Norby to lead it off, Wagaman and Myers to follow.
Not really big into committing to things. I usually stop binging the show halfway through the first episode. I mean, remember when my hair was blonde for like 2 seconds? But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years for both phone and internet, even if I'm already a customer, I was like, duh. I think 3 years in the future, Pete will be very proud of my decision. Look at me grow. Come on! Can you hear me now? I sure hope so.
I'm Claire, and we're at Malibu Apothecary, our fragrance studio. I love capturing storytelling, feelings, and emotions through scent. We're a fragrance company, but we also have a lot of technology that we use. Spectrum is really the backbone of any of the business we do here. From our customers who come in, we check them in online. We do all payments online. I have team members that are out of this country. Being able to connect with them is really important because we can all connect together and be on the same page. Spectrum's been really great for me because it's cost effective. Having a reliable, fast internet service that can fit my budget is really great. I traded a 9 to 5 for a 5 to 9. It's a lot of work, but I love it.
Fast, reliable internet, starting at $40 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep your business connected.
Three-two ball game as we head into the 9th inning. Some changes for the Rays defensively. Caballero stays on to play third base. And across the diamond at first, Curtis Mead takes over at first base. Edwin Urseta on the hill for the Rays. Connor Norby leads off. Seda had a 1-2-3-8. And gets a big swing and miss by Norby. Strike one. One and one. Talk about tying a guy up with a changeup.
I mean, that thing just took off. I mean, to the arm side. Watch this. Right off the fingertips, and there it goes. Wow.
1 and 2. That ball wound up behind him.
Yeah, right on right.
Fly ball right field. Josh Lowe is going to leap and make the catch. Josh Lowe all the way back to the wall. Had to make a leap, and he hauled it in on that liner.
That's the one thing, playing no doubles, not letting the ball get over your head out there in the short porch. That ball was hit well by Norby. Thought that maybe that had a chance, and if it does, now the Rays are in some trouble. And look at that. Last second, get that arm up. Tracks it right in.
Eric Wagaman takes a strike. He was struck out, grounded out, and popped out. Way wide here. 1 and 1. Rays dropped a tough one in 10 innings yesterday, 11-10. After winning the first game. They won that one 4-3. They lead this one 3-2. It's 1 and 2 now on Wagaman. Rays will be hitting the road, playing tomorrow night in Boston. Upstairs, 2 and 2. 3 night games in Boston. And then on to play the Mets. Baz, the starter. There's one bouncing over the head of the pitcher Uceda, and the play at first in time to get Wagaman. Now the Rays infield closing in on that one. Taylor Walls, 2 up, 2 down. So Uceda with an out to get. Here's Dane Myers. Chops it foul. Myers on 3 times in the game yesterday. A single, double, and a walk. He was on twice Friday. He's been a tough out in the series. Uceda gets ahead of him. And that one, just missed. 1 and 1. The changeup dropped off the table. Well, the Rays fans looking for that final out here, rooting for this to be the final pitch. It's a ball, 2-strike count on Myers, and a miss inside. 2 and 2. 2 up, 2 down in the ninth. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count to Dane Myers. Here it is. And a pop-up right side foul ball. That will carry out a play. It's going to take at least one more pitch. Rasmussen good again today. 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits. Kelly, Montgomery, and now Uceda have followed. Uceda, the pitcher of record, 2-2. He got him, a swing and a miss. This game is over, and the Rays win it. A 1-2-3 ninth inning. And Uceda, who struck out 2 in the 8th, gets a third strikeout here in the 9th, and that's the one to end it as the Rays win this one 3-2.
Well, nice job by Uceda coming in here the last couple of innings, and he takes that mid-90s fastball right to the top of the zone and beyond. And it's that close. A hitter's got to go after it. He put it in a great spot, and he finished off this game in style.
So the Citrus Series ends 3-3. The Rays win the final game 3-2. And the Chevy play of the game coming up.
Let's go. Let's take a look at it right now. Our Chevy play of the game, 8th inning, a 1-out double by Yandy Ramirez. Jose Caballero in there to pinch run. Boy, paid no mind by Calvin Fauché. He swipes third easily, and that puts him at third, less than 2. 2 strikes on Brandon Lau, able to get just enough. Flip that ball into center field. Here comes Dane Myers. Here comes the throw offline. There's Caballero crossing the plate. That would be the game-winning run.
3-2 the final. Rays are winners today, and we shall be back with the totals in a moment.
It's Shaq, back with the best seat in the house. Wait, change that to the best seats in the house from the amazing Rooms to Go Motion Collection.
That's a lot of motion.
Something for everyone.
Power motion sectionals, sofas, love seats, recliners, all big on style, comfort, and value. Motion for you, motion for me.
Your size to my size.
Rooms to Go has your back
for a perfect fit.
So get moving. My style from my friends at Rooms to Go.
It's got to be the most famous trophy in all of sports, right? But it's more than that. This is a time machine. Whatever you trace will put you face to face with the greatest teams the game has ever known.
It's not a dream, it's Lord Stanley.
This is why they play the game. To lift it for a moment, to keep it for a day, to be on it forever.
1 cup of fresh aged cheddar for a new cheddar crust pizza sent down to our kitchen from the cheddar heavens.
Actually, it was sent down here from a dairy farm.
You know, that tracks, actually. Yeah.
We're making you a 1-topping cheddar crust pizza for $11.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When you call Florida home, special moments call for a little magic.
It's your birthday? Oh, it's my birthday!
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other has to say. Reminiscing this and that and having such a good time. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day.
Start your next special moment today with the Florida Resident Summer Magic Ticket.
Rays win it 3-2. Uceda gets the win. He's 5-1. Belazzo, the losing pitcher, took 2 hours and 28 minutes to play it before 9,014. And the Rays, even in the season series, 3-3 with a 3-2 victory. For Brian Anderson and the rest of our crew, Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast. Rays Live, the postgame, comes your way next.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings. We are professional grade.
Hey, Marty, I got us what's known as a luxury box. These babies don't come cheap.
Yeah, sure. Who needs to see the game? What sport is this?
Oh, hot dogs.
What are your specials?
Hot dogs. Oh, 2, please. For you. 2 buy for us.
I'd love to, because I earn unlimited 2% cash rewards with my Wells Fargo Active Cash Card.
Oh, Marty, we're on the celebrity cam.
The Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo. Terms apply.
During Cane's Savings Days, save more than ever before. Now through Monday, the bigger the buy, the bigger the savings. Spend over $1,000, save 10%. Spend over $3,000, save 20%. 0% interest for 4 full years. Bigger buy, bigger savings. Spend over $1,000, save 10%. Spend over $3,000, save 20%. Don't wait. Savings days end Monday. Now at Cane's.
Move your car without moving at all. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $199 a month or get 2.99% APR or $1,750 bonus cash. Visit your Suncoast Hyundai dealer today.
The Rays come back to take Game 3 of the Citrus Series, and in doing so, win their 6th straight series at Steinbrenner Field. They come from behind to fillet the fish. The final score from Tampa. Tampa Bay 3 and Miami Marlins 2. Welcome back inside the FanDuel Sports Network studio. Another victorious edition of Rays Live, the postgame, brought to you by Advent Health. That is my man, Matt Joyce. I'm Rich Hollenberg. Kendra Douglas getting interviews as we speak. And as always, you'll hear Kevin Cash's full postgame press conference coming up in just a little bit. So the Rays understand how to win at home now, especially when it's getting hotter and more humid. Get the ball in the air and good things happen.
I'm still laughing about the filet of fish comment. I loved it. Yeah, obviously the wind's blowing out. I mean, you can't always control where you hit the ball, but you understand the elements and take those into consideration. Like you said, it's heating up, and obviously these are things to keep in mind as you go along here, especially hot summer. You have to really manage the guys' workloads, be very aware of it as a player to try to, not crush yourself and kill yourself, because it is a long season. But hey, listen, not the most exciting game, but as long as you find a way to win, that's the most important thing.
3-2 the final score. Let's take a look at our Advent Health highlights, the run summary, and for the first time this series against the Marlins, it was the Marlins who got out on top first.
Yeah, a little unfortunate bounce here by Rasmussen, the first hitter against Rasmussen, which ultimately led to the base hit and him scoring. But and then obviously Sanchez, we talked about him in the pregame. He's been swinging the bat really well as of the last 12 or so games. I mean, one of their top prospects, one of their main guys, hits the ball hard consistently. 2 runs up from the Marlins, and then Yandy Diaz doing what he does, hitting the ball hard the other way, gets it up in that jet stream that we were talking about, and ties the game up at 2.
And we got to the bottom of the 8th with the score tied. Jose Caballero comes on as a pinch runner and promptly steals third.
Yeah, the Rays leading stolen bases, all of baseball in stolen bases. And again, this is a big part of their game. Puts them in a position to score with 1 out. Obviously, Bilal, hey, just get the ball in the air. Cabby comes home, no contention at the plate. Obviously, big sigh of relief by Brandon Lau there, and walk away with the win, able to close it out.
That was the 14th game-tying or go-ahead RBI for Rays second baseman Brandon Lau. So no home runs for him, but certainly a productive out, and it ends up being the game winner, 3-2, the final score. The big blow came from the big guy. Yandy Diaz is our good Greek move of the game, his 9th home run this season, Matt, and 8 of them have come at Steinbrenner Field.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this guy, we talked about in the 6th inning. I mean, this guy is so good because he's so stubborn in his approach and his ability to hit the ball hard to the right side of the field. You see it here, a little off-speed pitch saying, I'm going to stay on it, I'm going to hit my low line drive, take my base hit to right, and then I'm going to keep that approach for the rest of the game. That's going to ultimately lead to a fastball in the middle part of the plate. Guess what? I'm going to let it get deep. Gets underneath it just a hair. Gets it up in the air. The wind blows it. Takes it a little bit farther. He's a big, strong guy. Ends up 2-run homer. Ties up this ball game. And then he's not done just yet. Another off-speed pitch. This is why it makes him so good. His ability to let the fastball travel. And then the off-speed, he'll catch out in front and able to drive it for extra bases like you did just right there.
Yeah, 3 hits today. His 16th multi-hit game of the season. That leads all Tampa Bay Rays. And Yandy is on the field with Kendra Douglas.
All right, thanks, guys. Yandy, just how satisfying was it to really help this team get going, come through with that 2-run homer in the 5th? You're 9th on the year.
Satisfactorio fue venir con gente en base, dar el jonrón y llevarnos esta victoria hoy.
No, contento, tú sabes, siempre trato de empujar carrera para que mi equipo gane y hoy, gracias a Dios, las cosas me salieron mejor.
I'm very happy. I always try to drive in runs so the team can win, and it happened today.
I want to talk about your teammates, Cabby and Junior, just being aggressive out there with that steal, with both of them getting a steal in the 8th. What does it say about just the way that they are able to help this team stay in the game and continue to give you guys opportunities to score?
Cabby Junior llegaron a base, fueron agresivos en las bases. ¿Qué tú opinas acerca de eso que pudieron ayudar al equipo?
No, por parte de Cabby, yo creo que estuvo bien, tú sabes, y yo creo que por eso fue que ganamos el juego, por el robo de base que tuvo, tú sabes. Y sabes que sigan trabajando en los robos de base, que eso es lo que nosotros nos va a dar la victoria.
Very good. That steal from Cabby, that was, I think, in my opinion, the play of the game too, because we were able to score the winning run, and hopefully they will continue to do that and being aggressive on the bases.
We've been talking about the offense lately, but the defense, just how has it continued to progress and stay consistent for you guys?
Que han hablado mucho de la ofensiva, pero que la defensa se ha mantenido consistente también. ¿Qué opinas acerca de eso?
No, yo creo que hasta ahora la defensa es lo mejor que hemos tenido, tú sabes. Y estamos combinando la defensa y el bateo y están viendo los resultados.
I think defense has been our strength right now, and we're combining offense and defense, and you guys are seeing the results.
All right, Boston up next. How can you guys use this confidence and this momentum going into that series?
Vamos a Boston ahora. ¿Cómo continuamos este momentum para la próxima serie?
Simplemente seguir con la mente positiva, seguirle agresivo y tú verás que las cosas no van a salir bien también allá.
Just simply continue to do the things that we are doing right now, a positive mindset, and things are going to go well too.
All right, thanks, Yandy. Congrats on the win. Guys?
Thank you, Kendra. Yandy Diaz leading the way with those 2 RBIs off of 1 swing of the bat, but 3 hits was big for him. So the Rays have now hit home runs in 8 of their last 10 games. Even bigger than that on the pitching side of things, Matt, 35th time this pitching staff has allowed 3 runs or fewer, and they're 26-9 in those games. Maybe the only bad news, if you want to consider it that, is Drew Rasmussen's scoreless streak ended with 1 out in the top of the 1st inning, but still a quality start. How would you assess?
Some would say we might have jinxed him. Talking about him in the pregame, coming into the game. 23 innings, scoreless streak. Obviously been incredibly dominant, 4-0 in those last 4 games. Obviously been throwing the ball really well, continuing to throw the ball really well tonight. Obviously a little unfortunate bounce early in the game that led to a run, ending that scoreless streak. But again, you see the stuff's consistently there. He understands what he has to do in order to attack hitters. He's constantly getting ahead of guys, mixing his pitches. He has a good feel for his stuff and knows how to mix it. I mean, throws that front door 2-seam, buries that little slider down and in. I tell you what, this guy is masterful and fun to watch.
5-0 in their last 5 when Drew Rasmussen takes the bump. Today was his 4th quality start in those last 5. So he keeps rolling along. 6 strong innings from Drew Rasmussen. It results in a 3-2. Rays win. They win Game 3 and the series from the Marlins. We will get you ready for a road trip to the Northeast in a little bit on Rays Live, the postgame. You'll also hear from Kevin Cash and company. It's all coming up on Rays Live, the postgame, in the wake of a 1-run win over the Marlins.
We know the heart. We've mapped it, modeled it, repaired it, and rehabbed it. We've screened it, strengthened it, and saved it. Thank you. We know your heart, and we know there's an unstoppable human spirit at the center of it. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $349 a month for 36 months, plus $500 bonus lease cash.
Toyota, let's go places.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Or the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. Your mission is our purpose.
The Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. $250K on the line every day.
Time to pick a side.
Favorites, underdogs.
New York.
Tampa.
I don't know what to do.
Just pick a side.
Win your share of $250K or more every day. Plus, new players get up to $100 back in bonus bets.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Good Greek is the only company that offers total relocation solutions. Whether you're buying, selling, or renting a home, packing and moving your most prized possessions, storing your items in a safe and secure place. Our personal concierge service will help you connect your utilities and transfer your mail. We provide safe and reliable auto transport, and we'll even remove any unwanted junk.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Rays Live, the postgame show on FanDuel Sports Network, is presented by Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit. Learn more at adventhealth.com. And by City Furniture. Trends you want, prices you'll love. Well, now it's just about 24 hours away. Get ready for Golic and Golic, featuring Mike Golic Sr. and Mike Golic Jr. coming to FanDuel Sports Network tomorrow. They're bringing the heat with bold takes, big personalities, some of the biggest names in sports. Don't miss the action. Weekdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern, only on FanDuel Sports Network. The Rays win it 3-2, their 35th win of the year. Let's go inside the home clubhouse and hear from Kevin Cash.
Kevin, for you, just what stood out about Drew and his command today?
Just another really strong outing of, establishing strikes early on, using both the sinker four-seamer and then the, cutter sweeper that gave up that early run, kind of on a unique play, the play before where third base was kind of left abandoned. We're going to talk through that a little bit, but everybody was ideally in the right spot. Just a tough play, and he hit the ball perfectly, but still a really strong performance from Ras.
And then just the bullpen's performance, too, to really keep you guys in this.
Yeah, they did a tremendous job. I'm happy to see definitely Monty in there to come. KK, then Monty, and then what Usetta did, pump for him. Certainly, him and Cabby really stood out today, but Usetta needed an outing like that, and you could tell he was pretty pumped up after that final strikeout, but he had good stuff, good velocity, and just command the ball in the zone.
Is that maybe the biggest difference for him when he's getting in the zone consistently like that?
It's easy to say that. It felt like that today, that he was really convicted with throwing the ball, by some people and getting them to swing and miss within the strike zone, and he did that. And when you see swing and miss or getting ahead, I think your confidence continues to build throughout. It looked very close to the version of what we've seen when he's at his best.
You mentioned Cabby. What kind of a weapon is that for speed like that off the bench in a big spot?
Yeah, it's a weapon. Cabby's about as fearless of a player that I've been around. He knows the purpose of him going in there. Obviously, it's to score on any base hit, but if he gets an opportunity to steal and put himself 90 feet closer, go ahead and do it. It wasn't even a play.
Two big swings from Yandy as well. What did you see from those at-bats? The home run, the double?
Just staying on a ball. Their guy, Belazzo, he really showed a lot of separation. There was some, he changed the look with how he attacked us. A lot of off-speed pitches. Really slowed the game down, and I don't think we had that much of an answer for it except for Yandy.
A lot of one-run wins on this homestand, so it's sort of highlight doing the little things, stealing bases, getting the sac fly from Brandon, things like that.
Yeah, it does highlight all those things, and it highlights that, the one-run wins, generally, there's not a ton of margin for error in those games. Last night's a little different when it's 11-10, but with the 3-2 and the lower scoring games, you got to pitch well, you got to defend well, and you got to get those timely hits, and it feels like we've done that, and we certainly did that today.
You said Cabby knows why he's in the game. You don't tell him to steal at any point. That's left up to him at that?
Yeah, no, I don't need to tell him to steal. He's going to steal. Yeah. He doesn't need to hear from me.
Always humble, self-deprecating to a fault even, Kevin Cash. In the wake of a 3-2 win. One-run win, that was brought up in the press conference. Rays are now 12-10 in one-run games, and that's where stealing bases becomes a major factor in close games.
Yeah, one-run games, like you said. I mean, this is a weapon. Cabby's a weapon. I mean, obviously, you talked about Chandler Simpson in the pregame, just how impactful he's been in his time coming up. But this is a big part of the Rays game, and they're not going to lead all of baseball in home runs. So you got to manufacture and get creative, put pressure on the defense to be able to score additional runs.
Yeah, but they are leading the world in stolen bases going into this game, and Jose Caballero added to that with a key steal of third base. Here he is talking to the media.
Kevin Cash just joked that when you're in this position, he doesn't need to tell you when to steal. You kind of already know. You have it already locked in. Just walk us through what goes through your mind, and what did you see out there to put yourself in that position to help get the run?
For me, I just seen an opportunity to be closer to scoring to score a run. I always try to advance those extra 90 feet, and if he puts me into pinch run, it's to run. So I just need to pick a good pitch to run on, and I saw the first move, and he wasn't really paying attention to me. I mean, the shortstop was behind me, but like the pitcher really wasn't paying attention to me, so I noticed that and I took off.
Yandy called your play like the play of the game, and just to hear that and to get that compliment, I mean, just what does it mean about how you've been able to really help this team out when needed in tight games?
You know, just trying to help the team any way possible. Just trying to win the game. That's the mentality, and just trying to be engaged with the game, just try to be warm up and just be ready for any situation that comes up, and like it happened today. So I just need to be ready.
The number of games on this homestand you guys have won because of your base running, does that kind of show you everything matters?
Everyone is just doing a pretty good job on running bases, and it's something that we are paying attention to, and it's making a change in the game. So we're taking advantage of it, trying to win every single game possible. And like today, we weren't really doing so much at the place, but had to manufacture a run and to win the game, and we did it.
Cash called you fearless on the bases. Is that the kind of attitude it takes in a 2-2 game to steal third with a left-handed hitter?
You know, I would say the same. I don't know. I feel like it's just like it's two things that can happen. You either get thrown out or you be at third with one out. It's either or the other. So I just take the risk, and it pay off. I'm happy that it, you know.
Tell you what, you can hear from Kevin Cash talking about him how the team feels about Jose Caballero. He might not be the MVP of this team, but do not deny how valuable Jose Caballero is. Speed on the base paths and certainly super utility in the field. He's got to be in there any chance we get. When we come back, we'll wrap things up from the Citrus Series and get you ready for a 6-game road trip. First stop, Boston. That's coming up next on the Postgame Show.
Let the summer fun begin at City's Summer Kickoff Sale. For a limited time only, get up to 20% off top finds, plus 60-month special financing. City Furniture, designed for love.
Choose Winters and Yonker, and we will send an attorney to you. Let our aggressive attorneys represent you for your personal injury case. Our firm will send an attorney, not an investigator, legal assistant, or paralegal. Winters and Yonker.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Come hang. You are going to hear the biggest stars, the best music, and the most fun.
Getting your day started. It's the Bobby Bones Show, weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on US 103.5.
There's a lot of things you're good at.
But what do you like to do that you want to do for the rest of your life?
And get paid. Think about a career in computer information technology. Eastern Florida State College offers 5 bachelor degree tracks in programs like computer project management, cybersecurity, data science, networking, and more. There's definitely one you'll be good at. Learn at your own pace, in person, online, day or night.
What are you good at?
So come on, let's get started.
Introducing our icons. Peter Millar. Luxury meets performance.
Rays Live, the post-game show on FanDuel Sports Network, is brought to you by Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit. Learn more at adventhealth.com. Rays improved to 8-3 in rubber matches. They win another home series, their 6th straight, 3-2, the final score. So that sets the stage for a 6-game road trip. And the first stop on that road trip, Beantown, as you could see from our Toyota road ahead.
Yeah, it should be beautiful weather. Always enjoyed going up to Boston in the summer. You know, Boston, they're a team that can swing it. They can score runs, top 10 in average, home runs, run production. But I mean, their pitching is struggling. You see the ERAs up at 6.5. I mean, obviously Buehler coming over from the Dodgers, you kind of expect a little bit more for him. But their pitching is where they've really struggled.
Yeah, and they commit a lot of errors. I believe they have the most errors committed in all of baseball. So that's a diametrically opposed stance when you look at the Rays, how good they are defensively. First trip to Boston of the year for the Tampa Bay Rays, who are officially one of the hottest teams in baseball. 14-6 in their last 20 at home, and now they take their act on the road to an AL East rival. That'll do it for a Sunday afternoon of winning baseball by your Rays. 3-2 the final score. For everybody here at the network, including Matt Joyce, I'm Rich Hollenberg saying so long. Enjoy Rays baseball on the road starting tomorrow night.